It's Willie D, y'all, back with another episode of information and instructions to help you navigate through this wild, crazy, beautiful world. In the studio, Cartel Bo.
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, what's happening?
Too much.
I know. You getting it in, man.
Yeah.
I want to salute you for repping the North,
Appreciate
repping the South all over, but repping the North is important.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the North raises, huh?
Look, come on now.
Yeah.
Straight like that, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, did you cut an ankle monitor off your leg?
Yeah, I cut off my leg because the police tried to kill me.
You did what?
I cut off my leg because the police tried to kill me.
Cut it off your leg?
Yeah, the police battled around my door down with no warrant illegally. Christian Dorton with 11 other Caucasian officers, mainly, battled around my door down because I had a dirty UA. You know, you go to court, when you get a dirty UA, they revoke your bond, and you will whoop. So they ain't want to do it like that. He found out that I did it, so he called himself, finna come, go in the house because he thinking I live there. They all gonna beat me up, rough me up, then use what you call a pocket warrant, which is when you can call the judge and say, okay, we got him, issue the warrant. You know what I'm saying? Damn near every officer with a long history, a long distance, they got a judge that can get the warrant for protect. It's easy. So they expected to have a pocket warrant. So when they did get me, it's like I was a warrant for my arrest. So they thought they was gonna find some dope or guns or drugs. Yeah. They ain't had nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I had 2 addresses. I wasn't even living there. But the thing is, they didn't even have a warrant. So when they did that, like the whole neighborhood over there was outside recording them and stuff. And then they was just like, man, they told my uncle, they took his gun and told him we were never here and left. Now my uncle called me with the door battered down, like it's nothing but a hole in the whole door, like battered, like they came, police cars and everything with no warrant. Then he asked them for the warrant after they didn't have no warrant. Mm-hmm. So they just took off, you know what I'm saying? And then the next day, they went and got a warrant issued the next day, you feel me, which is, and went and put it on the news, because that's what he does. He has these connections with like Channel 2 and Channel 13, so he can take them anything he wants. Like he's one of those kind of officers. He's a dirty, crooked police officer. He's actually... He's still on the force? Yes, he shot somebody before and been under investigation. Almost got indicted by a grand jury for shooting somebody. He had a criminal case. Christian Dorton had a criminal case. They took him to jail. He had to get out.
What's his name again?
Christian Dorton. Christian Dorton. That's his name. Yeah, that's his name. Christian Dorton. He's one of they trust me, they know he is. He the same year he had a criminal case and he was out on the streets with a badge. When they took him to jail for a criminal case, he got out, he was in the streets with his gun in his badge. You know what I'm saying? It gets to the point to where, man, it's sad. It's sad, bro. It's
what
really
kind
sad.
Of case did he have?
So from what I understand, he's supposed to keep some money on some drug shit, this, the whatnot, or whatever. But the man, if you go look up the man history, as for HPD, he has the worst background and worst complaint and this, that, and that. This man locked me in the back seat, and you know how hot it is. It's Houston, in 100+ degree weather. It was official 100+ degree weather. You understand what I'm saying? And locked me in the back and turned the heat all the way up to full blast and opened the door. Oh, you a gang member? Oh, you ain't gonna say you a gang? Shut the door. Open the door. Oh, you? I would suffocating the fuck out of. He's suffocating me. He's suffocating. I went to Internal Affairs about it. You know what they said? They threw that shit to the side. I was like, she said, you lucky you didn't get shot. Well, we asked her. She said she didn't say it. She said we asked the third party, and they said they don't know because they didn't hear it. So this is all throughout. Like and this is, you know what I'm saying? After he did that, that's when he battled around the door down a couple weeks later and ran in my house illegally. You feel me? The address is still on my license to this day. Battled around it, went in there with 11 other he's quote unquote try to be undercover and try to keep it, but he does too much criminal activity. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Like he does dirty, illegal things. He's the one, he made sure his name was on all my federal papers. See, I didn't just sit in the feds. I went and went through everybody to discover. I went and read it all. I seen all the video. I ain't had nothing but time. I had years. I got calendars. So I'm looking at the plays he played. He's the one that lied and said that the elementary school was open. And when we all know that school was destroyed by Hurricane Harvey because we had kids and nieces and nephews that went there. He's the one that, you know what I'm saying, that tried to say, man, the man is bad news. You understand what I'm saying? The man bad news. So, you know what I'm saying? He put dope on people. He put guns on people. Like, you don't understand? Like, he's half this remember how big the series of a case was when we caught that case for that Hoover video?
Yeah.
In federal court, it came to find out that 50% of the guns from that video were missing from the evidence room in HPD.
And who do they
50%.
Who do they attribute that to?
They ain't gonna never attribute it to, but we know who it's attributed to. The man who leading the case.
Wait a minute.
And yeah.
So the guy that did all of this stuff to you is the...
No, he didn't just do it to me. He did it to the whole knowledge.
But
It's
he's
a lot
the
of shit
head,
this man has done.
But he's the head officer on the case.
Yeah.
He's a detective. Is he a detective?
Man, he's supposed to be. He was like a gang unit specialist, so he can switch his title to whatever because he gonna do whatever. He's not one thing. He's in that. He's the guy like they call to get shit done. He gonna come in and do a bunch of dirty shit, and that's what he did. So when it came time for our sentencing, the federal judge was mad and wanted an answer from HPD. Like, why is this? This is not even supposed. The state court can handle this. This not supposed to be in no federal courtroom. Why did they lie and say the school was open? And these people got kids showing that y'all know them kids was they kids and wanted to meet him. Why is this all this is a debacle? Y'all gonna get some time because y'all feelings and y'all had firearms. But yeah, y'all gonna get the time they want. They want us to get life. Remember, Al Acevedo got on the news and said, they're gonna be gone for a very long time. I hope they rot in jail. Y'all, you know what I'm saying about a music video? This is all lies. All lies. This is all after they battle around my door down. So since we gonna talk about what crime being committed, I want to talk about your crimes, Christian Dorton. I want to talk about the shit you did to me when you locked me in that backseat and I went to Eternal Affairs on you. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about when you had those officers battle around my house down, and I do in my heart believe that some of them officers did not know you didn't have a warrant. They were just following your lead because they consider you a legend, and you had everybody in jeopardy. And you were scared shitless. So that's why you ran to the feds. But that's the reason I went on the run, period. Because my uncle called me and told me they trying to kill you. They ain't trying to I don't think they trying to take you to jail. But the whole neighborhood was outside recording, taking pictures and moving, so they were scared shitless.
Now
you know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. Because, I've been studying you. You don't know that, but I've been studying you. And you ain't no dummy by far. Like, you one of the sharpest dudes out there. You one of the sharpest youngsters out there that's doing it.
Thank you.
And because that's why I asked you about the ankle monitor. Like, man, that's bad. That's a bad
Yeah, but
idea.
I cut it off because they hit the other. I was on bond.
If you know that these people got it in for you and they really want to try to do something
to you, why would I?
To you, not just bring you in, then that's different.
We know that wasn't about that because there wasn't no warrant issue when they battle. So we still got the pictures of them battle ramming the door down. We got some video footage. We trying to get other video footage so we can have everything packaged together. And he got too many connections in the Harris County and with the state of Texas and stuff like that. He can get with the DAs and he knows he has a relationship with the judges. He got more victims in the streets than a lot of dudes in Texas penitentiaries do. This man is a criminal. So as far as his job with me, he's like one of the top guys over the police union. That's who made that post, Christian Dorton. Now it's about me changing my life, getting everything that, and this is how he do it too. Everything. Sometimes he have all his minions and other little officers do, but it's all roads lead from him. They do whatever he tell them to do. And he's one of those type of dudes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We ain't got nobody like that in the HPD, man. Not HPD.
Yeah, you done lost your goddamn mind.
Ain't that bad.
Yeah, you lost your damn mind. I'm talking about bad. Listen, these people came. I'm at my other house on live. My uncle calling me, scared to death. Bo, I think they on the way over there. Who? The police. Who? Dorton and them. What happened? They battle around the door down. What you mean battle around the door down? They battle around the door down, Bo. Man, you need to run. Nephew, you need to run. I'm like, what you mean? Man, I die. What's up? Like, I ain't tripping, but what's up, huh? Mom told like, man, you need to run, man. The people can't hear the kid. You ain't come here to that. They ain't had no warrant. We been asking for the warrant all night. Why they battle around the door down? The whole neighborhood outside. These are facts. We got pictures of the police cars. If it's not true, who was in these police cars surrounding these house on this date? And who battled around this door down? That is a violation of my U.S. constitutional rights. I did not have a warrant for my arrest the day y'all came in. Y'all was supposed to get the warrant first and then come. And then knock. They didn't. They went all the way around it because they just felt like they knew that I was in that house. They felt like they knew I was in the house. They was going to be able to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do with me and then had a warrant issued and I just go to jail.
That's cold-blooded.
Yeah, that's what they're playing. So, but since I'm in a place now where I can speak because I don't do nothing illegal and I got my kid, and everything, it's a camera on me 24/7. Yeah, we can do it now. No, I'm going to bring you out them shadows you behind in. You've been screwing over people's lives for decades. It's a lot of people doing a lot of man years that they don't deserve because of Christian doing it. I'm bringing all that shit to the light. Excuse my French. I'm bringing it to the light because at the end of the day, God put it in my heart to forgive and get on. When I came home, I wasn't on that with them. I wasn't on that with nobody. But now you targeting me. I'm giving jobs. I'm helping children. I'm helping our community get restaurants. I'm doing everything positive you can possibly think of. And it kills you to see I'm not another one of them niggas you tried to throw in jail for the rest of their life.
Well, that don't make sense, man, because the police supposed to be like for the people. You know,
Okay. Yeah, that's what they supposed to be.
It's supposed to be for the people.
Yeah, now the police never.
It seems like to me like the police,
they for particular people. The police originated as a slave catching organization. They was catching slaves. It just transitioned because the prohibition of slavery it was out from slavery to imprisonment. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? So it's the same line. So the system was never made for us.
What I'm trying to say here,
what are we talking about?
What I'm trying to say here, Bo, is that it just seemed like to me that, you know, the police is supposed to be for the community and help the community be safe.
And it is some.
And you being a person within the community that's actually helping out, it seem like to me that would make the police job easier. That's less crime on the streets. You're
fighting recidivism.
You know, you're fighting recidivism. I mean, you're giving inmates. I mean, you're giving felons jobs. You know, ex-convicts jobs. You're providing food and necessities, and you're giving people hope. That just seems like an oxymoron for a law enforcement, a member of law enforcement, to be against that. You know, in fact, they should be giving you an award. You should be receiving an award for the work that you put in. Like I say, I've been studying, I've been watching you, and you do a lot, bro. Like on a daily, you do a lot. I saw. And I want to come back around that, but first, before I move on from that, I want to ask you about your lead attorney. Is Carl your lead on this?
Yeah, Carl is one of my. Well, he's the lead attorney on this.
Okay,
we talked to a bunch of attorneys because
Carl,
of Silver,
Call a bad dude.
Federal situation. Like that's my attorney.
That's a bad dude, right?
We got so much stuff. Like it's a Silver situation. It's a man, dude. We talking to politicians. Because we know it's gonna get deeper. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna go ahead and take it there and put it in federal government hands, and we're gonna leave since y'all play buddy with them and make sure y'all protect y'all police officers when they do crimes. We're gonna go straight to the federal level because at the end of the day, that was a big violation on your part. Y'all use government vehicles to go in a man's house without a warrant, so that holds HPD liable. But the man who led that charge was Christian Dorton. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is though is that right now he's operating, within the belly of the Trump administration. And Trump is pro-police, give them immunity, unlimited immunity, like where they can do what they want to do.
Kill who they want to kill, do what they want to do. No, so
do you think that he's been emboldened by the Trump administration policies?
I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to say yay and nay. I'm going to say yay because it's a movement. And he's one of those officers that stand on that white power shit. Like one thing he tried to say in certain communities to try to appear, I'm not racist. I arrested the guy that touched Kat Stack's sister. So you're erasing a man that's a rapist. You trying to say because she was a black girl, that makes you not racist. How the fuck you say? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That you're a police officer. You took a criminal to jail.
Yeah.
That's what you was supposed to do. Well, like, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So he's that type of person, but he like to attempt to stay out of the shadows. Now, we finna put these pictures out there. We finna put these videos out there. We finna make sure he everywhere. We finna make sure City Hall know who he is. We finna be at the Houston Police Union. We gonna be out there, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna be out there with officers. Yeah, we finna do it the right way because I'm legal and I'm legit now. So all the shit that you do when you pull people over and beat people, beat the brakes off them, knock their teeth out their mouth, and all this other shit, yeah, we finna, because what I'm finna do is just basically line all your victims up and make your karma play against you. Because you fuck with, excuse my language, you mess with the wrong one. Every victim you ever mess with, I'm gonna put them in front of the right people. And you finna answer for you finna answer for this shit because you could have left me alone. I changed my life. You knew you made 2 attempts on my life I could have died. I could have had a stroke. I could have died from exhaustion in the backseat of that police car when he had the heat up. Look, it's a track sheet because luckily I went to turn affairs on him. And we got a long rap sheet. Mm-hmm. When he feel like he can't get to you, he gonna make somebody else go do it for him. They look at him like he's a legend. You understand what I'm saying? But in actuality, he's a criminal, man. It's a criminal with a badge.
But it's got to be, if he is who you say he is.
It's exactly who I'm saying he is.
There has to be a police officer out there, an investigator out there, a judge out there, a politician out there that says, this guy is bad for Houston. He's bad for the city of Houston. He's bad for the community. We cannot have a guy like this on the streets because he compromises the trust of all of our officers.
Yeah, and that's the sad part. Instead of doing that, they let that officer train other officers.
Okay.
So he training them how to do what the fuck they want to do and get off on shit. They use him to train other officers. See, I've been so deep. I know so much about this man because, like, when you did what you did to me after you made 2 attempts on my life and then you tried to get me and put in prison for the rest of my life, I only forgave you through God.
You forgave him?
I forgave him through God. I forgave him. And I went on about my life.
Now explain how that goes when you forgive somebody but you still want them to pay for their wrongdoing.
Okay. I forgive them because out of all the wrongful things I've done in my life, all the sinful things that I've done in my life, my Lord and Savior still forgave me and never looked at me over. Forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I wished death on that man the first 3 years of my prison sentence. Then I found God. You know what I'm saying?
And what do you wish on him now?
I said, I wish for him to go his way. I wish for him to turn over his ways. I wish for him to leave people alone and stop harassing my community because he stays in the same communities. He actually went over to the South Side Foreign Park with that shit. They shot at him. They took him off of there, put him behind the desk. 3 days later, he was back over there in city gas. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, it's deeper.
So they basically assign him to places where
get them off the street.
Low income black people.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
And so
what?
Where people ain't likely to defend themselves or call it.
Yeah, they don't have the money to proper legal representation. They don't have the resources to have certain investigators look into things. He's had multiple investigators. This man impressed people, lawyers. I can have attorneys because we do have some attorneys that he's approached and what's that word? For representing certain clients that he got in jail. You know what I'm saying? He went and pressed their attorneys for getting them bonds and getting them out of jail. This what kind of police officer you dealing with? A criminal with a badge. He was literally a criminal, had a case. He beat the case, but he was still on the streets with a gun and a badge with the case. He was still training police officers with the case. He almost got indicted for shooting somebody. The jury just didn't indict him. They done put him under the gun once, but this is the person that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, when I put 2 and 2 together, I'm like, when it came, I'm like, bro, I do all this stuff. Why are they messing with me now? And I look, they trying to, okay, you saying goofy stuff. Then I'm like, okay, when they were trying to take my life in federal prison, y'all was saying I was the worst thing the city ever seen. I had no remorse for human life with monsters, with this, that. Now that we all legit don't do nothing illegal, you really can't catch nothing on the motherfucker. We stay to ourselves. We don't even hang around each other as much as we used to. We grown men with kids. I got businesses. I got employees, staff members. I help the community. I help as far as mothers with single children with haircuts and stuff like that. I help goddamn get free studio time to the youth because I didn't have no studios that gave me free studio time. You understand what I'm saying? That shit was hard. Goddamn it. We had the trucking company that hires only felons so we can help fight recidivism. You know what I'm saying? And we got, man, tens of millions of views and hundreds of thousands of comments on that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. And it's like, man, you see I'm a pillar to my community. I ain't doing it no more. And you've been watching me this whole time, so you can't wait to have a reason to try to run down on me. But it's been 2 years and you know ain't nothing gonna shake. So now you just gotta try to poke the bear and see if you can get something out of it. What you saying? I don't live over I don't know. I don't care. But since you did that, we just gonna put it on Front Street. Because now that I know you watching me to the point, you are the only police department in human history that did that to a rapper. So since you did that, since you wanna do that, I'm gonna give you all the attention you looking for. since you want some attention. I got you. And it's gonna be real, and it's gonna be factual, and it's gonna be legal. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna every time you see me, it's gonna be a camera. Your ass gonna be recorded. I'm going live. It's got millions of followers. So whatever you plan on doing, Miss Dutton, just know it is gonna be in the light. All that dirty stuff you've been doing, putting trackers on people's cars. You know what I'm saying? This man put trackers on people's cars. This man called the show, I'm talking about illegally. You feel me? When he search your shit. This man calls the show cities, police departments where I had shows and tell them, hey, y'all got a violent gang member on the way down there. He finna do a show. It be shooting and fighting and stuff going on. Wow. This is the type of person we dealing with. So we get to the club out in Lubbock, get surrounded by police before go to Waco too. It's the same thing, surrounded by police before we even get there. Everybody like, what's going on? Everybody trying to have a good time. We've never had no encounters, no violence or nothing in none of my shows. Nobody's ever been shot in none of my shows. And nobody got their ass whooped in none of my shows. Like none of that. We ain't never, and that's a lucky thing to be able to brag about because the smallest shows have fights and bullshit. We don't be having none of that going on. I've never been in the building, finna get a show, and then it just start tearing down on that motherfucker. Like, because, never.
Let's talk about this trucking company because I saw a video that you posted on Instagram.
Yeah.
And that video had like millions of views. You were talking about hiring CDL, non-CDL truck drivers. And you said preferably that you wanted felons. I have never in my life heard a job advertisement preferably for felons. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was shit was first of all, it's funny as hell to me to hear somebody saying that. But you also said, yeah, and we gonna drug test you, but you was holding a blunt.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm letting you know what it is.
Aaron Magruder, the creator of Boondocks, couldn't have wrote that shit in there. Like that was funny as hell to me, man. Did you consciously say, man, I'm gonna hold a blunt, I'm gonna say this, or were you just coming off the dome?
I mean,
after you finished, you realized what you had said about the drug test.
Yeah, but mine, it wasn't really that. Mine is prescribed by a doctor. I'm legally smoking. I'm not smoking illegally, like so. But two, I'm not driving these big ass trucks.
Right.
You are. You operating this machine that I paid for. This can kill people. I cannot put you behind the wheels of this truck and you high. I gotta make sure you high. I can't take your word for it either, nigga. Yeah. Excuse my language, like you know what I'm saying? Like I got to know. Now me on that, I'm the boss. That's why I'm the boss. I don't got a job. I do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? That's the perks of being a CEO.
I get it, but did anybody say, Bo, you know, man, you know, the video tight, man, but what about taking the blunt out?
Yeah, they said that next day when it was on video. Bro, you should put the blunt out. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to be real. You got to understand, it was mainly about the opportunity that we was getting.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people go to jail. You know, one word that stuck with me was recidivism while I was in there. And it's not people, it's the rotation of people going back to jail because it's set up for you to go back. You get out with nothing. They know you got nothing. You have no way to, so it's set up for you to go back. Mm. You have to survive some kind of way, and you're not giving, you know what I'm saying, oh, well, yes, yo, this, that. That's how they look at you. Okay, or you can be a person that starts something to help these people stay out of jail. If a man can get behind a truck after doing years of it and stay on that road, get his loads off, this, that, and other, come home, do what he got to do. He don't need nobody. He ain't this, that, and other. He did years. He just get to see the world and make him $4,800 a month. Live. That's pretty goddamn good. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. You know, don't worry. This, you feel me? You a grown man. They don't have jobs like that for people like us who's come from there. I had to get it from scratch. I had to get it from loans, borrow money, and this, that. Like I had to do shit to get where I'm at today because I didn't have nothing. But let's say I would have had some form of resource. Let's say I wasn't a rapper. Then what?
When you were locked up, and the streets went quiet, and you were just left alone with your thoughts, what were you thinking about your situation and, you know, the people that, you know, that were on the outside?
It kind of hurt because I had did a lot of shit in my life, man. And I knew I had been railroaded. My lawyers told me I had been railroaded, you know. But it hurt because I was missing my daughter's life. That was the part that hurt. And it was hurt because it was like, I'm watching my peers that I was with out there going to be everything they supposed to be. Rolling Stones, superstars, world tours, this, that, and the other. And all the magazines. Like, I'm supposed to be right there, but I'm in here doing push-ups because of a music video. I can't be with my daughter because of a music video. So for the longest, I had that hatred towards Dorton and the police. And it took that third year, I ended up went through something, you know what I'm saying, and got my one-on-one relationship with the Most High, with God. And it put in my heart and discernment in me that, no, you're trying to hold other people accountable for your mistakes. You touched that gun. You had that gun in that video. They did all that, but you opened the door for them to do it. Don't blame that. You need to forgive that. Leave that way it's at. Go on about your life. That's what I came home and did. I could have came home and said, yeah, the reason I went on the run is because they battered around my door down and tried to kill me without a warrant. I can't fight the police. Yeah, I could have did that, but it's been 2 years. I'm building businesses and building my community up. I'm building generational wealth. I don't got time for that shit. As long as you ain't bothering me, I forgive you. God, I can't say I forgive you if I'm still going at you. Yeah, but you come fucking with me. See, I'm protected. You know what I'm saying? I'm protected by the Most High. You can't mess with me. So now we just gonna put everything in the public light. I'm gonna give you the public light you looking for since you want attention.
What did you lose the most chasing the money, the fame, the power, the respect?
With my kids.
But let me finish. Like, what did you lose the most? Like chasing the money, the fame, the power, the respect. That the money, the fame, the power, and respect couldn't replace.
Time with my daughter. That's why I take it so serious now. Like these interviews and everything I be doing, I be taking them with me. I always said when I'm on tour, you know, I got my nannies and babysitters and all other kind of things.
You take the kids with you?
No, not on tour.
Okay.
I keep them here for the weekends.
Okay.
But during the week, when I do interviews, I got studio time, they with daddy.
Yeah.
Trey walking around in the studio, we mapping and this and that. Because I got a different level of inspiration now. At first, I was doing it for me, but I come home and I got 2 kids now that all they got is me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If something happened to daddy, it's over with for them. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's another reason I got to take that shit they did serious. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's important.
Yeah, that's important. I take it serious. Don't be quiet and shut up and try to. No, take it serious. Take everything in that they. You know what I'm saying? They know. And this. Let me show you how these racist people think. I don't want because you said don't cuss. They know by putting that, it's gonna cause a chain reaction of other YNs and black males in other neighborhoods saying negative stuff in the comments like they hood, the real hood, and our hood, and I like that type, ha, ha, ha. They know those comments can transpire and start a hood war, a real life shooting gang war. That's what they want us to do.
Right.
To kill each other.
Mm-hmm.
And go back to jail. They need more slaves in the prison system.
Mm-hmm.
They need to build up. You're just a number to them.
Well, they want your body warm or cold.
Yeah,
they'll take it either way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it gets to a point, man, where you just, especially I work so hard. I work so hard to get here and to be legal, bro, and to be legit. Like I sacrificed a lot. Like I got talked about a lot by my own peers. People I had grew up with from the sandbox, like, motherfucker, get a little something, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't even that, but okay, bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of transitioning, a lot of my ways of thinking I had to let go. You can't go forward, you know what I'm saying? It's the reason your windshield is bigger than your rearview mirror. You cannot go forward looking in your rearview mirror. That motherfucker ain't but this big. But you got a big windshield and you can see all around you right in front of you, but you still focused on what's behind you. You got to let stuff go. You got to, all that holding grudges, all the family disputes, all the this, that, and other, let it go. If people want to hold a grudge with you, forgive them, let them do that. But when you come and you trying to defame my character, which you couldn't, it just backfired on y'all. But and you bring into my attention that you still watching and fucking with me, we gonna make it public.
Now, this may be a very odd question, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna ask this question anyway. Have you ever tried to have a conversation with that cop?
No, and I don't want to. I'm gonna tell you why. Because once he did that and that this, that, and the other, right? Choked me out in the back seat. We already knew what was going on. He went and did a bunch of dirty stuff with people that I knew that was out on bonds, right? And doing, I'm gonna give you say, so he was illegal bond. He was doing illegal shit to get people bond. He's a criminal, crooked officer. People go get caught with whatever they get caught with and go to jail, right? Let's say somebody got caught with some weed and a gun. You know what I'm saying? And this is an example. There's people I know. He'll take them to jail for the gun. Let them bond out. When they bond out, and he'll gonna catch them, run into them, stalk you out, catch you, then throw the weed that he found on you, get the gun bond revoked, and you have to rebond on both of them things to keep you in jail.
Wow.
That's what he does. He said his motto is, my job is to keep you in jail, is to catch you one time and keep you in jail for as long as possible for the rest of your life. That's what he said his job is.
He said that?
That's what he said.
Where he said that at?
He said that to me.
Oh.
Says your job to get I don't have to catch you but one time. Yeah, I don't got to catch you but one time. But that's his motto. He said that to a lot of people. But he said it to me specifically. He definitely did. You know what I'm saying? My job is to catch you one time and put you away for as many years as I could possibly put you away for.
Do he roll by himself or do
he always usually had this white lady he ride with. You know what I'm saying? Erica Kirk looking ass. You know what I'm saying? Type lady.
So she know where the bodies are buried.
Well, that's the lady that said, you lucky you didn't get shot. That's what they was worried about that. I'm like, y'all worried about these woo trying to bring the attention to this out the turn of fields. What about this man choking me out? I didn't have a stroke back there. I could have died. You know what I'm saying? It's 110 degrees outside in Houston this day. Everything on body cam footage too. So we're gonna make all that body cam footage come, all that. I want all of it out. We're gonna bring all of it out. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? If we gotta go to DC with it, we're gonna go to DC with it. Cause that's the plan right now. You know what I'm saying? The man, he got too many decades. He got a lot of these attorneys some of them that is AUSA attorneys came under them being able to get so many cases built up from him. They done built their caseload up and got so many guilty and this, that, and other that now they AUSAs. So they feel like they indebted to them. They owe him. It's a corrupt system. Hey, do me this favor. It's that type of game. They play it, but they do illegal things. So like if you wasn't doing nothing illegal and everything that I was doing was wrong, it would be okay. But at the end of the day, I looked at it like you're a police. I just need to get out and worry about me. But now that I'm legal and you still doing dirty illegal shit and you gonna mess with me, like I ain't got these cameras on me 24 hours a day. Like these people ain't looking, and millions of people ain't looking at me all day. Okay, I'm gonna give you the spotlight. Oh, you think you thought you was gonna scare me? You think when because you gonna try to catch me as far as find out where I'm at? You gonna try to put your hands on because he walks up and busts the window. He got the window buster. That's what he do. He walk up, hey, clunk, clunk. If you don't open, roll the window down in 2 seconds, 1 second, he gonna bust the window. Then he gonna pull a gun on you.
Damn, he that
He
reckless
one of
with
those, man. I'm telling you what he is. Man, go look at this man. Go look up Christian Dorton's police record as far as the complaints and all the shit that he's had filed on him with HPD since he been with HPD. And I promise you, you're gonna think you're looking at a fucking movie.
Damn.
I promise you, you're gonna look like you're looking at a fucking movie. See, one thing that I learned from Jay Prince, if you be quiet and be like, man, I don't want the police on me, you're gonna lose. But if you stand up for yourself, you come public, you know you're not doing nothing wrong, and you with God, which is number one, you ain't gonna lose. God got you. God got you. Man, they tried to kill that man. They tried to kill Prince. They tried to kill him, bro. They tried to kill him. The man was smart enough to go to the gas station instead of the McDonald's. They tried to kill him. The man had the Rambo green stuff all over his body and on his face. They tried to kill him. Mm-hmm. It's one of our elders of our pillars, our community. They killed Fred Hampton, man. The police went in his house and killed him. Nobody's ever been charged for that. The police killed them. They kill people. They kill our people. Why are you acting like they don't kill us? They hunt us down and try to kill us. It's just some of us gonna die fighting. You understand what I'm saying? Some of us gonna die fighting. But you gotta die fighting in a manner to where the next generation and the next group of people won't suffer as the victims like you suffered. I don't want no more of my people in the backseat of Houston Police Department cars in the middle of summer in 110-degree weather getting choked out with the heater on full blast on purpose. I don't want my people getting beat up and kicked in the face, kicked in the eye by police officers, battle ramming their downs without warrants, doing whatever they doing, living a lawless life because and every chance they get, they run a different news station trying to put other people on the news. No, you got to answer for your crimes too.
Yeah, and
you got to answer for all them people you doing man years behind you. You gonna answer for your crimes too.
Yeah.
Even if that mean I die or spend the rest of my life in prison because you try to plant something on me, because the whole world knows I don't do nothing illegal, and I have a history on you with eternal affair since 2018. That's why I said we got to take it to a federal level because he got too much protection on a local level.
Yeah. Well, just for the record, I ain't acting. I know the play.
Yeah.
I know what's up. I was right there when they was on Joe, on Jay. Yeah. But in fact, they was on the whole rap. Everybody would rap.
Yeah.
They was even on the staff. They was on visitors. They was on everybody. So I know the play. So, but and you you're doing the exact same thing that that we did. When they made those type of moves on us. You expose them, specifically Jay. They've been trying to get Jay for I don't know how long. And the trip part about it is that the same people that tried to get Jay, they ended up getting caught up and going to the feds. Mm-hmm. You see? Because when people behave like that, the time always runs out. Eventually, it always runs out, even whether it's in real life or even in the movies. If you watch, remember American Gangster, that dirty cop from New Jersey that was
New York.
He was from
the clean was from New Jersey. He went to New York.
The clean one was from New York.
And when he went to New York, he seen the play. Like that was the dirty officers in New York.
Okay, so the dirty one was telling Denzel. He told Denzel that the next time you come into my neighbor, come in and did he say
in my territory?
Whatever, however he said you make sure you give me a call. And that's how it goes in a lot of places. Like, when you cross these certain lines, it's certain people that do certain things, and then when they get caught up, they can dish it out, but they can't accept it. That's why when the walls caved in on him, he blew his brains out. A lot of those cats are like that. Like they go so far that they don't even know another way. They don't even know how to turn it off because that's just who they are.
Well, with some of these people, you have to use your public officials and your politicians to start the proper investigation. So it immediately goes over the whole formality of, I'm gonna just go over here and talk to this DA. I'm gonna go talk to my chief. I'm gonna go talk to that. So you got to just go a bit, talk to your politicians and let your politicians start the investigation. So that's what we at. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to expose names now because they don't even want me talking about it for real. But I told them I'm not gonna stop saying their main name until something is done.
But your life is in jeopardy. If you feel,
you put
for your life, you got you got to fight for your life.
Come on,
and and it's not just what I also, one of the things that I admire about you, man, is that like I often say, like there's a song that Ghetto Boys had called "I Tried," and it was a verse that I wrote for Bill. In that verse, I said, "Once you give life, life is bigger than yours," and you understand that because you got these two little beautiful kids that you driving you crazy sometimes, but gives you so much joy, and we can see it. Just jumping off the screen when you're on Instagram, because you share a lot of those moments on Instagram. Yeah. One of the moments that you shared was when you was holding your son, and you put your son down and you asked the ladies. You say, "Ladies, can y'all tell me what I do?" Because when you was holding him, he was cool, but when you put him down, he just fell out. He just flapped like a fish. Just went out on the and started kicking. And you say, "What do I do?" Did you ever get a plausible answer?
Bro, it's about 6,000-7,000 comments. Everybody telling me leave him there, let his ass holler. I'm like, man, it'd be kind of hard for me. Like, you gotta understand. Like, I always wanted this the whole time I was. You feel me? Like, I always wanted it, but then it's like, God damn, it's like it's a double-edged sword. But I know I ain't gonna get these moments back. I ain't gonna always like last night he drove me crazy. I ain't gonna hold you.
Now you got, but that was the right answer though. You got to leave them there because otherwise, in other words, you can't reward bad behavior. That's bad behavior when they get off on the floor and start flapping like a fish, doing all that
do for no reason.
And he gonna do it everywhere you go. If every time, anywhere you go, if you're holding him and you put him down, he's gonna do the same thing. So to break him, you got to show him something different. Otherwise, you're gonna be picking him up. You're gonna be 15 years old. You're gonna be walking around with him in high school.
You're right.
You know.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful thing to see that you're a single father, which is another thing that if you ask these people on our side, it's an anomaly but I see it all the time. I see so many black men with black fathers with their children and spending time with their children.
It's a different. You know, when I was younger, we didn't have too many friends who had their daddy in the picture. You know,
right.
It was mainly mama and granny. You know what I'm saying? I was a granny baby, but my people who had their mama, their daddy wasn't there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Very seldomly did you see a daddy coming through doing what he's supposed to do type shit.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that either. But all my friends, like all the dudes that I kick it with, like my circle, all good dads.
Oh yeah,
not just dads.
So this generation, it's like
involved.
The men is like super there, and the women is on side is kind of, you know, looking like they did back in the gap. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. It's just, man, I don't want my kids to grow up how I grew up, bro. Like, nah, bro. Like that shit they taught us and did us was wrong. It was wrong, bro. Like a lot of it. Some of it was right and it was good for structure and discipline. For sure.
Give me some examples of good and bad.
Believing that beating the shit out of your child every time they do something is gonna teach them a lesson. Teaching the child you don't talk back to grown-ups. Well, no, you speak your mind. Stop telling these children how not to speak their mind. Allow them to speak their mind and correct their way of thinking. I ain't gonna do nothing but hide from you. No matter what happens, the adults is always right in the black adult household. You know what I'm saying? Even if this pure right, who you talking to? You being smart? That type of shit. That shit wrong. Like, it's a lot of ways that we grew up with that was wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, keeping the baby away from the daddy or keeping the baby away from the mama, vice versa. That shit wrong. No matter how you feel about the other person. Never. Like, no matter how, like, I can't stand my baby mama. But she can't stand me. But we'll never. I got one baby mama.
So how involved is she with the kids?
She got 5, so she can't do everything by herself. You know what I'm saying? She got 2 other daughters. You know, it's kind of different. So I make sure I do my part as far as with mine, and you know, she doing whatever she doing with her life, and I leave.
Do the kids go and visit her sometimes?
Well, she just moved to Atlanta, so
okay.
Whatever that she got going on out there, you know, I don't keep her from the kids, and she don't keep me from. It was friction like that for the longest, but motherfucker get tired. Kids is a toll. Them kids is, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. Well, I'm going to take my baby. Come get him. I'm tired. Come get this motherfucker. Come get him. I'm tired. Hey, yo, you start seeing like, and then motherfucker get real like, okay. And, you know, everybody putting their life together. You know what I'm saying? As long as we can have some kind of compromise to where the kids is straight, it's good. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's good, man. But it's better than the other situations, you know what I'm saying? I just would prefer it, like when you with your mama, go home, be with your mama. When y'all come over here with me, y'all know we know what it is over here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we live by 2 different sets of boundaries, rules, and lifestyles. I don't agree with how she does. She don't agree with how I move, but it is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
And that's just that.
How did you and Mr. Tenderism connect?
I seen what they did to him on the internet, and I asked people to have him hit me, and he hit me. And the rest is history. Just like that. You know what I'm saying? I was the first person that reached out to him when I saw it. So he said he hadn't talked to nobody, but he had just hired Mr. Joe. And then from there, I told him to make the GoFundMe, you know, because they're colonizing our people, man. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of my people being stupid, trying to act like race don't play a factor. I'm sick of my people being stupid, acting like we're considered equals. You know what I'm saying? White or black legitimately are colors, not races. It's classifications. Every time somebody tell you they're white, they're trying to tell you they're above you, and when you saying you black, it's saying that you're at the bottom of the totem pole on the classification level. That was the separation. Those are Caucasian Europeans, and you're possibly African American. You're a more American person with African descent, and they're an American person with European descent. You're not white. Their shirt is white. You're not black. Their microphone is black. Those are classifications. It's not racist. They're trying to tell you you're inferior to us. White is superior to black. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to understand, like, you got to break that mentality, recognize it for what it is, teach the real, and bond, and don't hold grudges with people who are other races based on what the acts of other people did. You teach them, you help change them, you show them, and they are going to choose who they want to be regardless. But you move with love. If you move with love and you move with God, you can't go wrong. You can't lose. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's like this with this whole situation. I'm with God. You ain't fighting me. You fighting God. He think this police officers think they fighting me right now, like we going at it. We not going at it. I'm just responding and doing what the Most High put on my heart to do.
Yeah. So what's the ultimate goal here? Like, I know you get a lot of money, you got a lot of businesses.
The ultimate goal is to help build generational wealth for my people and to teach them if I can do this and help all these people come to a certain level in life. If everybody else does that, we can eventually get ourselves out the hole, stop crying about our circumstances, the way we live in, the way our houses looking. It's different alternatives now. We don't have to go buy them big old stupid ass or little bitty houses for $100-some thousand. You go get you some land now, go get you 4 or 5 containers. Hey, you a big old bad motherfucker. You'll never have to pay rent. Luxurious container home. That's better than any home that you can see on the block. Like they have mansions made out the motherfuckers. Yeah. So it's so many different ways. It's just about altering the thinking and putting each other in a position to where we can build for each other and build ourselves. I know if you pay your bills off of what I do for a living, I ain't never got to worry about getting money because you gonna do what you're supposed to do. And that's how I get my money off you paying your bills. You work for me. So you going to work your ass off because this rule. And whatever you working and doing, it's benefiting me. And it goes vice versa. You build that relationship. Sauce said it best. Sauce Walker said it best. I got to be able to use you. You got to be able to use me. But if I see that I can't use you, I find a lane where I can use you. I don't abandon you. You know what I'm saying? I don't abandon you because I feel like you're useless. I'm going to find this. You can do something. You can do something. You can hype up the fans in the crowd, pass out shirts, sell shirts, have cameras, take all the pictures you can do something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
What do you offer a person who come to you that's saying, man, put me down when you already stretched out, all of the job roles are already filled? And because some dudes will come to you and they say, man, well, you say, what can you do? What can you do?
At the end of the day, like
anything you need me to do.
There's gonna be some idiots. There's gonna be some people that, like, I clear as day, man, call this number or hit this DM. You know how many people call my booking number? It got so bad to the point where I was like, man, if they call the booking number, tell them they'll never get the job. Because you don't know how to follow simple instructions. You don't know how to follow simple instructions. It's the post that you looked at that got you trying to figure out where I'm at has instructions under the motherfuckers. Who to DM, who to call, what to do. And if you didn't do it, if you did it and didn't get a response, maybe you wasn't qualified for the position at the time. Maybe we felt like you wasn't ready. You was still institutionalized. You know what I'm saying? One thing about these truck drivers, it be hard because you can't tell them nothing. They know everything. Every single one of them been doing this for years, and all this old shit. Like, simple instructions, it be hard. I be wanting people that know how to listen.
But I wanted to ask you about that too. How does that work being that you are the boss, but you don't drive the truck? Oftentimes, people that I know that own trucking businesses who don't drive their own trucks, they find themselves in a real sticky situation when the truck driver decides that he don't feel like driving. And he got money out there.
It has been the situation. Then I would have to fly a new driver to well, it hasn't happened to me yet, but them situations do happen. I have had friends that went through that. Then I got to get a new driver to fly to my truck immediately, and then whatever that flight costs or whatever is gonna be deducted from that paycheck that person supposed to get. Cause you got a load out here. That was a violation of company policy.
Mm-hmm.
You knew that when you left my shit out there. And so we gonna get the job done. You gonna cost me a little money, but it's gonna cost you more because now it's going on your rap sheet. So when everybody call your previous employers, I'm gonna tell them the truth. He left my truck in the middle of nowhere, and I had to fly somebody out there. So you do it to yourself. Like you do it to yourself. I'm trying to help people. So like, why would you, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to do this. It was like never. It's not the situation where I have to own the trucking company. I know how to drive the truck. I know how to pull a trailer. That's why I learned because I wanted to have a company. I learned, so I know what people dealing with when they out there. It's a lot harder than people think. Like you got to make the right turns, but the wrong thing can kill somebody out there. The wrong way you turn can kill somebody in a truck with a 40-foot trailer on that motherfucker. I can't just let anybody loose in that. I can't, man. As much as a lot of people want me to, I can't. I'm held responsible. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be accountable for whatever happens. So we got to do this right. You understand what I'm saying? Everything has to be done the right way, man, the legal, legit way.
When was the first time that once you got out there, things got popping for you, you're on the road, your buddy from that you was hanging out with before you blew up was watching it. You couldn't take him right there, then and there because it wasn't really, it was just enough money for you. And the essentials, the people who had to be there, the manager, and and the roadie, and that's it. It's just three of y'all really right now. Anybody else is going to be extra, and it's going to have to come out of your pocket for money that you really don't have. When was the first time that person that you hang out with, that was your boy before things started popping? When was the first time that you had a situation like that where he started tripping?
I got a cousin named Hill, so. My whole bid, I ain't never really asked nobody for nothing. But like towards that last year, I wasn't having shit was hard. So I could call Hill and get like $30, $40 type shit here, and I would really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So when I did get out, Hill bought me some shoes. You know what I'm saying? Couple pair of clothes. He did. And boom, bought some stuff for me too. But you know what I'm saying? I'm already knowing this is my mama, sister, son. I've been on you all my life, so. You ain't never just did nothing for nobody for nothing, but I'm appreciating it. I'm knowing like it don't even matter because I got it in my heart, bitch, we doing this together. I'm going to take it with you. So, shit, damn, when my first check hit, it was a nice 6-figure check. But, I got a lot. I don't have nothing. You feel me? I don't have a place to stay. I'm living with my uncle. I don't have a car. I don't have nothing. I don't have no jewelry, full rapper. I don't have nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I got to get my dog. I don't even have my kids. My kids don't live with me. I'm in custody battle, fighting for my kids with you know what I'm saying? I had things going on. So I had to get myself together, but I still managed to pull out like $15K that I was like to everybody that was been here for me, I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna give them $1,500. So I go give the B15, thank you, cuz man, bitch, you don't owe me nothing. I'm thankful. I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know. I get here to $1,500. He like, what the fuck is this? Bet. He ain't never saw me again. And it hurt because it's like a lot of shit that I got going on. It was like, damn, I saw that hoe with me. Like you was supposed.
So he just bought you some shoes.
He bought me a pair of shoes.
Shot you $30.
Yeah, he shot me $30 a couple times. And when I came home, I ain't had nothing. So he done bought me like probably 2 pair of shoes. He done bought me like 2-3 pair of pants, 2-3 shirts. You know what I'm saying? So I can have something. It ain't nothing. Nothing I haven't already done for him. Basically, you know what I'm saying? I done went to the mall with him and fucked the mall up with him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't have $1, but he had a bunch of clothes. That ain't nothing as far as I'm thinking. But in my mind, I'm knowing like, okay, this, that, and other. So when I pull up and this, that, and other, and I give it to him, he was really like, man, yeah, I need that bitch to rent, dude, this, that. I'm like, bitch, come on, we finna go eat. I take the guys out, we go eat. My other guy, the call from the pen, we talking to him, kicking it, this, that, and other. He said that he went and took that $1,500 and went and bought some Fear God shoes. I'm like, I just took note, but I don't care because it's like I gave it to you. But nigga, you just said the rent due. So in my mind, I'm like, hell, you already know he could on that phone ask me for anything. Hell, motherfucker, no. Because you know what I'm saying? You just that another. So got back, this, that, another. He would do whatever, went in and yeah, I appreciate you, cuz, yeah, this, that, another. Yeah, bitch, I ain't gonna lie. My niggas just, the rent, I got, all right. And this, that, and burnt out. And then and it was like, man, I told her, I said, I just gave you $1,500. Like, what the fuck is that? I said, you went spend on some shoes. Talking about the rent dude. And we fell out because he felt like I was supposed to come give him $30,000-$40,000 or something. Then he started doing slander. Started telling everybody in the hood I said, fuck them. This dry shit. I'm from a dangerous motherfucking area. You don't tell niggas over there, fuck you, and you know what I'm saying? When they see you, you have to know nigga gonna do something or say something to your head, bro. Lakewood is not like other places where you finna say something about somebody and it just be that. It's not, bro. Like, so shit, that shit might lead to a shootout. He's telling a bunch of people out in the circle, our nigga said fuck. Then when I actually talk to him, I'm out on the road on airplanes. I'm in LA, BET Awards, Miami. I don't know. It's just then I get the calls while I'm out of town. So it's like, damn. A nigga is that envious and jealousy and deceitful to the point to where you just saying shit. Now you just doing shit. Now you just act like, now you just like trolling. Now it's just weird. But now when you did that, they just crossed the line because I'ma kill any nigga that stand in front of me and wish me home. I got kids I gotta get back home to. So if a nigga would have approached me in the wrong manner, I would have been dead or they would have been dead. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't know what nobody on. And then we had a big meeting, and he fool, and it went from that to him telling everybody to saying, man, this a family thing. This between me and now. It wasn't a family thing when you was calling all these motherfucking niggas, getting them riled up, trying to start on the coup. You know what I'm saying? Thinking is that, you feel me? It wasn't that. So niggas started catching that P, and you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't try to keep it between this, that, and other. So I just left him where he was at. And man, I ain't seen him, man, and talked to him since then. I've heard a whole bunch of whole shit, but I just leave them where they at.
Speaking honestly, like, how much has that affected you?
It made me open my eyes and realize, yeah, bitch, that was just, and that's your cousin. That was just the first. You've been talking about having him around since you've been in jail, letting him be a Matt Boo Boo. Look who you was finna have around you, nigga. Look at everything that's what you was finna have around you, nigga. Getting money off of you, eating with you, that. Every time they do that, so it affects me and open my eyes. It reminds me, don't be letting people in your circle. And don't be quick to cut motherfuckers out there, bitch, too.
Well, that was a little different because he was already in the circle. That was your cousin.
Family, yeah.
That's family.
Yeah.
So he was already in the circle. But I hear you though, like be careful about
people
that you
know what I'm saying? Even when they act like they want to do something for you, like, it's always for a return. It's a ROI at all times. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's always a ROI, and they have expectations of shit that, like, nigga, you ain't did nothing. I've already did this times 10 for you in our lifetime. You ain't never did nothing like this for a nigga. I remember going to TSU getting school money, you feel me, and fucking up the mall with him.
Yeah. Well,
how we going back to Haverstock Projects to sell dope. I'm just being real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember them days, like, type shit.
I asked you that, man, because, you know, I just suspected that you probably went through something similar, because I did, you know, like, it was the money thing where we actually gave each other money, but when I got to the money, I started giving him even more, way more, because when we first started, you know, giving him money or he giving me money was like $20 or $10. I got 20, you got 10, you know, that type of thing.
It's bad because people be feeling, we forget once we start having money that people will kill us for this minuscule amount of money. Mm-hmm. Like this little $8,000-$9,000 ain't shit to us, but it's a lot of people that's not too far from here that kill our motherfucking ass if they had the opportunity to take.
Well, the cold part is the people, is you, a lot of times it's the people that's closest to you that's the most envious, because in their mind, they supposed to have exactly what you have, not some of what you got, but they should be where you are. They should have exactly what you have.
Yeah, like why is not them? Why is you? They feel like they the real nigga.
Yeah,
that's how people are, bro. When you have a certain level of success, it'll start making the people look at their life like they're failures.
Well, what happens?
Like
what happens,
people look at like a reflection of my success. I mean, my success is not a reflection of your failures.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say. My success, because I'm successful, that don't mean you a failure. Like, that don't mean that. Like, I can, you know what I'm saying? You can always be more. I mean, I can help you be more. But when it comes to envy and people willing to do things, like, that's when it's time to step away. Now, okay, I need to get away from you because this is gonna go only one or two ways. You understand what I'm saying? This is gonna go only one or two ways. I need to go and get away from you before I end up back in federal prison or dead. You understand what I'm saying? Because it ain't gonna go no other way. It ain't. It's not.
See what happens, Bo, is that like, so you out getting money, you might be thinking about your friend or your family and how you gonna help bring them up, boy. As soon as you get this next little lick or whatever, you already, man, you coming on the bus with me or whatever. You gonna be my manager or whatever, right? You already got these ideas, but in their mind, you left them behind. So everybody's talking about you, and nobody's talking about them, and so all they hear is you, and people are looking like, damn, why you ain't with your boy? Why you still like you still struggling? Woo, woo, woo. And so they let that go to their head, and then they start acting out. They become resentful, and then next thing you know, they hate you more than any enemy could have ever hated you, any known enemy.
I think that's exactly what happened for real. You know what I'm saying? So, and it'd be like, I'm like, man, I don't have a relationship with my own mama. So I done went decades without talking to that lady. You gotta understand, if you think just anybody, boy, you know what I'm saying?
Decades or years?
Decades. When I graduated high school, I ain't speak to that lady for 10 years.
Really?
I don't, man, it was not a, man, look here. When I was gone, I was gone. The only time I came back and in a running circle, she had caught an aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon. You know what I'm saying? They caught a bad motherfucker, and my sisters had to go move with my granny in Lakewood. And she ended up getting out. MTV wanted to put me on this show called, they used to do a show back in the day called True Life. And they was going to do one with kids with incarcerated parents. And they was going to pick me because my mama had the ag robbery with a deadly weapon and she was in jail at the time. I was going to TSU working.
And who was this? Who was the aggravated robbery against?
They robbed the pharmacy. It was some else. It was some whole other shit. I don't want to go in details about their case, but yeah, she got some bad motherfuckers on her rap sheet. But I don't want to talk about her. It was just, that was the last time like I seen her then, and I chewed her out about my childhood. I chewed her out about what she let niggas do to me, beat me, and she was quiet the whole time. I was like, she was receptive. Funny thing, crazy, same cousin.
Did she apologize?
She apologized. She said, I was just doing the best I can. I made some mistakes. But at the end of the day, you the same person. You'll get back on the internet and do the same goofy shit. So I forgive, but I don't forget.
She gets on the internet and talk down on
you? That lady did a whole bunch of shit. It may force me to go on there and tell about my childhood, and I end up touching millions of people talking about my abuse as a child. Never thought that'd be a viral moment. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I leave it alone because she has an addiction to pills and shit like that. She's been fighting for years. So, I just pray for them.
I know you don't like speaking on your mom too much, man, but she is such a big part of who you became. The negative part of, how she treated you made you want to be a better human being, not just a better man, but a better human being. For me, even though I had a tumultuous relationship with my mother, I couldn't imagine not speaking to her for 10 years. Like if she had died and I didn't speak to her, it would have really messed me up even more. How do you ever think about that? If she died, would you care? You wouldn't care at all? Yeah. She really did a number on you then. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot I never spoke about. I spoke about some things, but it's a lot I ain't spoke about. So if I'm willing to tell you that publicly, you know what I'm saying? It's over with. Then you're still not even your accountability speeches. I was doing the best I could, and cause look what you go back there and do. I was why? You know what I'm saying? Why? I mean, it is what it is, man.
Yeah. I believe in accountability big time. Even my mom was a single mother, and I was really, really hard on her in the beginning because I really didn't understand because I only understood my pain. I couldn't think about the fact that she was raising 5 kids as a single mother and all of that was dumped on her and she didn't have the proper coping skills. It's not an excuse, but it is a reason why she was the way she was. And I didn't understand that when I was younger. So I would go out and do crazy stuff and get in trouble, even when, like you was talking about, like I would get into fights and stuff at school. She got to come up to the school, and no, that's Ali was talking about that. My bad. Ali Sadiq was saying that how his daddy used to have to come up to the school for him and all of that stuff. But
it's just
yeah,
it's hard for me because like my motherly bond is with my granny, and my entire family knows that. You know what I'm saying? Because it like from baby to school, and it was just me and granny. You feel me? And then it was April and Hill. For she had granny had all 3 of us at the house. And, Hill got put out eventually. April went her own way, and it was just me and granny. So like I remember granny waking up every morning at 4:35 a.m. cooking sausage, bacon, and rice. And if you ever wanted the meal at any time of the day, all she had to do was cook you an egg and put that rice, bacon, and sausage in the microwave, and you got you a whole meal right there. Watching my granny in her 60s catch the 77 all the way downtown just to get to another
no,
place.
not the 77 Liberty, man.
Liberty
Not
Road,
the
right? It
77
come right
Liberty.
through Lakewood, baby,
Yeah.
straight to Liberty Road.
Yeah.
And take her downtown just to get on another bus to go to Greenspoint Mall to work at Dillard's. 3-hour bus ride there, 3-hour bus ride back to go work at Dillard's to take care of me. So me being an adult, knowing that that's what happened, down to my entire childhood, then being like, granny, why I can't be with my sisters? How come I don't get the whoop? You gonna be there one day, baby. You gonna be over there with them. It's just different right now. You know what I'm saying? God, I love you, this and this. It's anything but trying to explain to me that, you know what I'm saying, I kind of don't fit into a fairy tale lifestyle. There's a lot of hatred she got from my daddy in her heart. You know what I'm saying? When I got older, I was able to talk to both my grandmothers, and they explained to me exactly how much hatred she had for my daddy. So then it was like, okay, so you really hate me because of this nigga. Like, you hate me. You know what I'm saying?
And you had his name.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
you look like, I know you look like your boy, your kids
like
look
you
just
really
like
hate me. Like they told me shit she had in her diary back in the day. But boy, bro, they really went and took me down through there as an adult to explain, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, the 2nd grade, that nigga beat my ass. 3rd grade, it was worse. 4th grade.
Who is this?
Her first husband. Beat the nigga to a bloody pulp. But I would go stay with her for 3 months. Like, literally, I go over there like July, August, and I'd be living back with granny by like November, October.
When you say bloody pulp, you mean that's a figure of speech or literally?
And that nigga tied me up with extension cords and beat the dog shit out of me with separate extension cords. He beat the dog shit out of me, like not regular. And then like that was one of the, like, out of all the times I can remember like 4 times she defended me versus the nigga she was fucking with. I can remember on one hand 4 times out of all the times. You know what I'm saying? As a little boy, as a baby, like I was the same age as Miracle, my little girl. Like, and now I see how little and innocent I was. It make me hate you. And I can't hate you because God don't allow me to hate. But boy, you make it hard. You know what I'm saying? It make it hard when you think about that. Damn, I was that old and that age and looked like that when Tony was doing that whole ass shit to me. Tony was a nigga that coming out. He'll just, you don't know, I'm a kid. He crying, talking about how no matter what he do, it don't make your mama happy. He giving her his whole check. Woo, this, that, another, crying about my mama in the room. I don't know this nigga. This is a grown ass man from Marshall, Texas. You feel me? A country ass little town. You feel me? And they beating the dog shit out of me for nothing. They talking about, well, he was good today. I told him to be quiet. He was still talking a little bit, but he good. Beat the dog shit out of me about that. It was like I was his outlet for everything she was doing to him. She was burning his ass up. He was beating the shit out of me. And when Granny peeped it, like, she'll take me back, but then go back over there. Okay, well, you need to take me back. Go back over there, take me back. Then she was like, okay, you're not going back over there. 5th grade year, we're going to see if we can stay with Uncle Mike. your daddy brother, so you start living with your daddy's side of the family. That's how that happened. So for the first time, I had started living with my papa and them. I went to school over there, which was in another neighborhood, not around the corner from my granny house, in Glenwood. I stayed over there. I went to school 6, 7, 8 months over there. Just that another went back to granny house. It was back and forth because that was around the area type shit. But mainly it was at granny house. One of the motherfuckers I love my sisters. I wanted to be at the house with my sisters, but you know what I'm saying? By then, she had fucked with another nigga, tooth to come down the hallway, black my motherfucking eye. I'm like 11-year-old, 12-year-old little boy. He balled his fist up, punched me in my drunk from a bowling alley. Bust my shit. And then walking me down with them hoes, like in the restaurant, a grown-ass man. Natalie going around getting to bed. I go to school, niggas like, damn, I'm beat the fuck up, nigga, like a, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done had a fight. They laughing. Oh, this grown-ass man just beat my ass. This grown-ass man just beat me the fuck up, nigga. You feel me? I'm a little baby. Yeah, that went on for a couple of years. Like, that having that time, it was just crazy. He was an alcoholic. So he was abusive. Like, when she made me kneel and rice for 9 hours in the corner. Kneel and rice and gave that nigga a big-ass stitch because every time he fell up, that motherfucker beat the shit out of him. And every time I was crying and fell off the rice, he beat the dog shit out of me with that extension. Man, the shit they did, man, they were taking people to the feds, gang. If they knew what the people, mama, boy, you should never dare open your mouth and say nothing about your child after you allow the motherfucker to do all that shit like you motherfucker owe you something. You can burn in hell, all I give a damn. Say that family shit don't mean nothing to me. It's about your loyal ones. It don't mean, when I say your people, that don't mean your family, that don't mean your black people. That mean the people that's here for you and love you, man.
Yeah, blood don't make you.
Yeah, they do not make you nothing, bro. Them people would destroy. If it was my family, would destroy everything I got right now if they had a choice. If they could do it. Just to see me and be like, ha. Like, it's a lot of people like that, but it's my family that feel like that, the worst. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like, they can't wait till something bad happen to be like, ha. They be like, damn, like, why you, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been a separatist. I'm going to go my own separate way. My whole life, childhood, everything. I was homeless at 15. I was homeless, staying with people from the church. So I'm really a child of God. When I tell you God had his hand on me, like, for real. Her the other nigga choked the shit out of me. It was fuck with a nigga named Steve and choked the dog shit out of me about a piece of pizza. I swear to God. She went in there and got a 357 Magnum, chrome, shining. My sister, how about he got the gun? She got the gun running. I ran out the house. That was one time.
Your mom put a gun on you
after
he beat you? And she went and got a gun?
Yeah, so I had stole some candy, me and my homeboy. They took my homeboy to the regular jail because, you know what I'm saying, he was of age. I wasn't a minor yet. I was like 14. So, you know what I'm saying, I went to juvenile, but I didn't go to juvenile. They had came and picked me up from the police station. Talk shit, they made me cut the grass, cut the big old backyard, front yard, whatever. I had some money though. We going there, they ain't got nothing but pork flavored noodles. So I goes in my pocket and order a pizza, this, that, and other. Bet, pizza get there, pay for it. This nigga go to the door, yeah, good news, pizza here, bad news, you ain't getting none. Man, nigga, you got me fucked up. That nigga start choking. This a big old truck driver, nigga, huge. I'm 14. Start choking the dog shit out of me. My sister running up, mama, they fighting. Natalie run out that bitch with a 357, nigga. Who you disrespecting? One of them, yeah. But she was like, well, run. I ran out the house. You know what I'm saying? The next time she did that shit, that bitch shot at me. That's why I was like, man, I gotta get away from this hoe. This hoe wanna kill me. Like, she hate me, bro. So yeah, I never had that. These are facts. These are truths. This is like, you can't make this shit up. And people be mad because they're like, why you don't fuck with such and such? Why you don't? Look what you done to me. Why would I fuck with you? You want me to just walk into death? I see the trap. Like, why would I walk into it? Why would I trust you? Why would I give you a chance to destroy me? I got God hand over my life. He gonna give me discernment. I'm gonna feel it. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm gonna feel it. I'm gonna feel it. He gonna give me the discernment. Every time I'm gonna feel it. He gonna start pulling me away from you. I'm gonna start keeping my distance. God gonna pull me away from it. Every decision that's been made for the community, or anything in my life, on my behalf, to where I get here, it was not me. It was the Most High. He got it every step. When I got off that airplane from the feds and got to that halfway house, I didn't have a motherfucking dollar in my pocket. The homie I got there with the same day, let me hold 10 ball. And I built everything I got from somebody I met that day.
How'd you do that though, man? How did you? I know the idea started in your head, but how did you say, like, look, I ain't got nothing. I'm on my own out here, but I want something. This what you got right now didn't happen by happenstance. This was designed, and it started right here. Like, where did that come from? Because it don't sound like you had mentors around you or whatever to give it to you.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Before I started rapping, I was in the streets. I just say that I don't be want to revert to my past. I was in the streets, man.
But what did the idea for you to actually really like,
I was finna tell
turn
you.
it all the way
That's what
around?
I was finna tell you. I was in the streets, and I had been. I just say like this. I was a back page bandit, and I had been ripping and running all night. And goddamn it, came in. I was like, man, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this shit. I don't want to look over my shoulders no more. I just was tired of this shit. Gang. Like, I'm tired. I don't care what I'm tired. I just want to do what I love. And I went and bought all the studio equipment for pawn shops right then and there. All the microphones, computers. I looked on YouTube, learned how to work Pro Tools, everything right there.
Was there a particular incident that made you say, I'm tired of it? I'm like there's always an avalanche of things, a number of things that happen, but then one thing happens and you say, that's it.
I think it was my body and my energy started rejecting my lifestyle.
Damn.
It was
That's a
I
bar
had
right
been living
there,
like
bro.
that all my life, not by
Yeah.
choice. It was never a choice to live like that. It was never like that. Like I tried to do right. Tried to live like when I did, nigga, I had to sell crack to keep up and help my granny and my sisters because my mama caught the ag robber with a deadly weapon. So they ended up fucking off my school and fam, like a nigga went through a lot of shit, bro. It's like every time it wasn't. I never really was one that just wanted to be in the streets. It's just that's always all I had. That granny and Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like walking around as a kid knowing your mom and daddy don't love you. That shit hurt, but it makes a mold, a crescent around your heart. You know what I'm saying? God, Granny used to always tell me, God got you. You gonna prove them all wrong, baby. You gonna prove them all wrong. You gonna do so much. And one day I was in church and the pastor had me stand up. He said, man, God got something special for you. You don't even know it. It's gonna be people that just don't like you just because they just don't like you.
Is Granny still here?
Yeah, Granny here.
Yeah. How old is she?
Granny in her 90s, but it's
90s.
right. Yeah,
Salute to Granny, man. Salute
yeah,
to
Granny still here. I got so much I want to do with her, but like I don't even want to bring that up. But keep running with it because she was supposed to come live with me, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not doing that with my mama. You know what I'm saying, and this, that, and the other. So I just leave it there because that was the original plan. But other people made moves. They had got out. My mama had got out of jail again recently for some more shit. You feel me? She tried to stab my sister while she was pregnant. So
This is recently?
yeah, this recent. And she had got out on bond. Probably didn't press charge. Probably didn't go to court, pick up the charges. So it ended up, going away. The family was calling my sister like, "Little, you know she crazy." But motherfucker get tired of it. Know she crazy shit. Motherfucker got to take some accountability around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like every time it's some shit, but it's this fault. It's some she crazy. Nah, fuck that. Like motherfucker get tired of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
I think.
But my body, to be honest with you, God, it was something in me started rejecting a bad lifestyle. I started getting disgusted with myself. Like I didn't want to do it no more. That I would rather be broke sometimes to do this shit. It got to that point, and then I just stayed down until I started making cool little money. I still had to do what I had to do to survive, but until I started making cool little money with the music, the $500 features and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? End up playing not the best for a nigga. You feel me? But man, it's just hard.
The coldest part about the mama thing is that if that was daddy, he wouldn't have had to do a tenth of that stuff for people to understand why you hate him. Not even a tenth of that, if it's daddy. And daddy could have done been a pretty much an ideal dad outside of making a couple of mistakes. And
I mean, you gotta understand how it feels. Like you go into your homeboy house, or y'all get out of school, everybody go to everybody's house with her, and their mama so lovely and nice, and whoop, 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 whoop. And you don't even want to go home because You know what I'm saying?
It's a war zone.
Yeah, like you don't even want to go home, gang. And it ain't like that. It's like that with all her kids. You know what I'm saying? The only one she can seem to keep a stable relationship with, I think, is, Asia. Because Asia is married and she ain't dealing with it. She just gonna cut you off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Paula, I think Paula went back, moved with her. You know what I'm saying? She had just had another baby. But really, that's just headquarters because, like I don't want to put their business out there. But it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I can't just be like bygones be bygones until I die. Like I just gotta take fuckings and stabbings in the back, stabbing in my, you know what I'm saying, betrayals, evil shit, just keep snaking and sliming me, and I'm just being the bigger person. Nah,
Now you got to protect your energy.
nah, fuck
Yeah.
that. You said this right here on here, so this is who you are to me for the rest of your life on this video. You did this whole ass shit and got on the phone and said all this to these people. So as far as my concern, you're this person to me for the rest of my life. I don't care who you are or what you do. I know you'll go here, and then if I allow you, you'll get even dirtier. You'll go lower. You'll do worse. So why would I allow you in my space? When it's people that love me that's actually trying to do stuff to see me benefit and take care of my children, I gotta bless them people. Give them people jobs. Help them people out.
How aware are your kids that you are Cartel Bo and not just daddy?
Oh, Miracle ain't going. She ain't trying to hear none of that shit. But she know I'm Cartel Bo, but she hate my music. And she ain't trying to hear that shit. Like she just basically nigga, you my daddy. You're a rapper. You're this, that, she say this, but it's like she enjoy it. She confused about it. You know what I'm saying? When we at home, she don't see that it's this, that, and other. She, spoiled princess. She act like she this, that. She playing her game. She this Roblox. She ain't worried about daddy. But when we go somewhere and everybody gravitate to me, she be like, "Wow, these motherfuckers running."
Why everybody want to talk to you?
Yeah, I took her to the zoo one time and I took like 15 pictures. It's like, why does everybody want to talk to you? Are you a movie star? Yeah, I'm a movie star, baby.
Yeah.
No, she don't understand, but she do now. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, being normal. I try to keep a sense of normalcy around my children because I don't want the effects of my life to affect my children. It's how the effects of my parents' life affected me. I want them to have a normal life. Like she likes riding, but the school is right around the corner. I can drop her off every day. She likes getting on the bus. I'm not going to take that away from her. You know what I'm saying?
You share a lot of your experiences online with the kids. Has anybody come into the comments and been disrespectful toward your kids?
Yes, very. But I come to a realization that, man, you got people that you're never going to see in your life. It'd be people that hide behind screens and post stuff that wouldn't look you in your face.
Yeah, cowards.
That wouldn't even, would have to look up. And it wouldn't even like, you're a coward. You're not a man to me. You know what I'm saying? You're effeminate. Like you're not even a human to me. Like you're nothing. You're not a man or nothing. You're on a phone or screen. It's people with phones that got 5 accounts and be under the post acting like people talking. They talking to themselves. Messaging under there and then replying to it from a different account and then replying back to it and acting like it's a conversation going on, talking about being disrespectful about you. Like people that lame. You know what I'm saying? There's some of these people that can never it's some people that can never come out and push their
Man, I never even thought about that.
Yeah, bro. Like bro. It's that bad, bro. It's that bad, bro. Like, man, like they say money is the root of all evil. I don't believe that no more. I believe attention is the root of all evil.
Nowadays.
So social media took that shit, but man, motherfucker ain't gonna key for me, but they'll key for me followers. 1 million real followers, they'll blow your shit. But $1 million, they was like, no, it's not worth it.
And they'll go out and commit any type of crime.
Man, any
also,
crime on camera.
To get to some money just to ball out one day and show it on social media.
Man, that's all they want to do.
They don't give a damn if they go to jail for the rest of their life after that.
They cut up.
That's cold blooded right there, man. Right. Man, what was your reaction when Charlamagne gave you Donkey of the Day?
I was mad at first, but it took my homeboys in jail. We had talked. I was hot. I used to turn that bitch ass nigga off, but then it was like, Bo, that nigga ain't put you in here. I say, man, the feds ain't start fucking with me till he start fucking Bo. He just covered the story, bro. Like you gotta let. So Vince, I was like, man, nigga, you did that video, bitch. Like, this is my partners in jail being real with me, not telling me what I want to hear, showing me the mirror. No, nigga, you did that.
Yeah.
Stop blaming Charlamagne.
I'm glad you said that because I was gonna say because Charlamagne is fair with the Donkey of the Day thing. He's pretty fair. I tried my best to stay out of the way on the dunk.
But I mean, being reality, like, it's right. Like, right is right and wrong is wrong, and you gotta acknowledge things for what they is and accept them for what they is. And shit, at the end of the day, like, he's just the media guy. You know? How did
Maxo take it?
Man, he was happy to be out the clear. Shit, he could have got caught up in that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of shit. Like, rest in peace, Kenny Lou was on my case. They gave Kenny Lou a gun case. He was on my federal case, but he died before. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. Like, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lulu, a lot of Lulu cousins and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's from Lakewood. So, you know, and they from the south side. You know what I mean? That's like a whole nother world over there. You don't even know what they got going on. They don't know what we got going on. But it was just like, man, I hated to see that for that young brother. You know what I'm saying?
What street in Lakewood were you raised on?
Denton and Woodland, right in front of the Blue Store, Orange House, 8166 Woodland, Houston, Texas, 77028.
What's the main cross street?
Wayside.
Yeah, okay. I'm talking about the main cross street off of Wayside. So you got Wayside and then you got...
Okay. It's between Wayside and T-Well and then Wayside Lake Road. So if you ride Wayside down, you'll make a left on Woodland.
You're going to make a left on it. Okay,
on Woodland,
so you're going toward the track. Toward the train track.
No, that's the opposite way. Yo, you talking about going past Timmy Trails.
Oh, you talking about coming
from Homestead. I'm coming from Mesa. That's what
okay.
Coming from Homestead, go to Farbrook Bridge. As soon as you come down, make a right.
Right.
Keep straight. When you get to Woodland, make a left.
Oh, you can make a left.
You don't know what Woodland is because it's the only street with the bus stop on it. The 77 come off Woodland. So you're going to see the little bus stop thing.
That's right there by the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as you make the left, go down the Blue Store, you're going to see on Denton, you're going to see the Blue Store. The orange house right in front of the Blue Store, that's the house I was born at, the house supposed to be brought to. I was raised in that house.
Okay.
That orange house. So, yeah.
Yeah, I used to steal honey buns out there.
Charlie.
Man, yeah, I used to, and had to use a food stamp. My mom used to send me to the store with food stamps.
Colorful.
Man, we had they got the cool stuff now. They got the cards now.
The card are bad.
Man,
bad. You bad with that card, boy.
Man, we had to open that book up, and you got to wait till your friends leave out the store and try to spend them.
Yeah.
Now, boy, if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't give a damn, bro. I'd be like, man, we eat. Shit, I ain't tripping like that.
I know that's right.
What's something that you used to trip on when you was younger that you don't trip on now? I'm talking about something that used to just really trip you, like run you hot, get under your skin.
People mouths. People mouths. Like, I used to, like when people used to talk about me or say some shit that was like just disrespectful or trying to make a nigga out to be like a hoe, I had it bad. Like I would blank out, but I would be like calm and just let it replay in my head. Like nigga, and I find the hardest thing I can find around and pick it up and knock the dog shit out, like chase you down and beat you with, like for real, like you'll never do this again. I'm gonna make sure you never do this again. Yeah. I promise you'll never do this again. You feel me? Like you'll never do that again. I'm gonna make sure. I used to do that a lot, and it used to like. But I started losing friendships and relationships because people like, bro, you can't. I just got this motherfucking spot. We got a big ass hole in the wall because you are this. Like, you know what I'm saying? My partners, man. And they used to be. That's what it was. Like I used to blank out. I used to blank out. You know what I'm saying? And now I've learned to not allow people words to control me as much. Now, if people being disrespectful, all you do is give them the opportunity to come to you. And if they don't take the opportunity, they just want some attention. That's what they want. Like, don't give it to them. They ain't gonna come where you at. You know, like,
They want content.
yeah, they want content and something to talk about. So it'd be like, it's another loser. You feel me? I can't beat everybody. The internet, I can't beat millions of people. You know what I'm saying? I can't beat them. But for the most part, the millions of people been on my side. With down there, every time I got something going on and people trying to make a bunch of posts about it, here I come going viral for some live shit right after it. You know what I'm saying? Here I come going crazy for some live shit right after. Like people always try to make a it's over moment or like he or this or that moment. But it'd be a couple of people. You know it ain't no big crowd or handful. It'd be a couple of people or whatever. This, that, like when my mama came, I did the interview. Oh, this, that, and other, this, that. And then when I got on that bitch and spoke about my childhood, I touched millions. You know what I'm saying? When people, oh, no, yeah, he did that. Then I go on there and I show the trucking company and touch millions. When people try to build a negative narrative. Oh, you see the police say his hood ain't they from something. Then I come and, it's just already in my heart. I had already did it. And the Tenderism restaurant was the next day. That's God. That's all stuff that God put in my heart. So all that stuff that the evil people and bad people that wish negative against me, they do, God already had so many events and live blessings lined up where I'm helping people and it being bigger than that because I'm listening to him and it's not me, that it just overshadows all that bullshit. And it just makes me a bigger artist.
How do you?
And I just be like amazed. I just be thankful. Like I'll be amazed. I'll be like, man, it's people that would rather see me dead than just happy with my kids.
How do you balance all of that? Like the children, which is the biggest part of your world, and then the music, the businesses, the foundation, the relationships, friendships. How do you balance all that? And so many people pulling you in all of these different directions, and you also your will, your drive, pulling you in those different directions also.
Well, you got to focus on what's right. That's the drive. And when you focused on what's right and you just moving accordingly and you going off of, what's the best way? I'm trying to think the best way I can say this shit. Excuse my language. Man, God put in me a wisdom. It was nothing I came up with. One day he told me, I don't want to say he, it, supreme conscious, however you see fit. If you get people to make a living and it pays you for them to make their living, you'll never be broke. And then you'll help your people come out. And it was just like, it hit me like 3-4 times in a row. So that's why I started thinking about like what I could do to help motherfuckers make some money. Okay, trucking company. All right. Well, you gonna drive these trucks. I'm gonna make my money. You gonna make yours. Studio. Ooh, like the studio fell in my lap. Trucking company, my boy had put me on that, kind of fell in my lap. I just had the funds at the time to do it. I didn't want a recording studio. I be feeling like honestly recording studios come with too much hassle. Cause they end up turning into gambling shacks and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? When niggas kick it and shoot. I didn't want that. I wanted a professional recording studio, and that's what God gave me. It don't be none of that. It be professional, clean, legit recording studio. Like some of the most famous people in the world come to my studio and record. That's a blessing. It's not the trap. It's not the hangout. It's not the this or that. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand exactly what you're saying, and I also understood what you were saying when you was talking on that Luxurious, man. That's my favorite song that you got. I love that song. But I think your most disrespectful song is what's it called? Little Broke Ass.
Oh,
boy,
yeah.
That's got to be the most disrespectful
and that's gonna be our Thursday. I just put the clip out there yesterday. I ain't all gonna break the internet.
Oh, okay, man.
I would have dropped everything at once if I knew it was gonna have that kind of reaction. But the people love the damn song. So now
that song right there, it's over, bro. Like that one right there, because people actually like the idea of checking people that act that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's because it's a certain type of mentality a lot of times that come with that. You know, that person that's, you know, it's like a broke mentality, and it's bigger than just saying somebody ain't got money. It's a mentality too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that song is disrespectful as hell. if I ain't got no money, man, I'm gonna be mad as hell, boy, if I hear that song.
Yeah, but I freestyle everything.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't write shit. So everything is freestyle. So when I go in the booth, I'm literally saying the first thing come to my brain. So like I don't know the songs by heart either. I be learning them with y'all. Yeah. And that'd be the amazing part. Because I might freestyle a song like 20, 30 minutes. And then we might play that bitch 70 times. It's like, it's a new song. I don't know this song. I just freestyled it. I went in there and see the first thing came to my head. So I'm in that bitch like, ooh, I killed that. And I might hear a bar that I want to take out and make the song better. I just take that bar out, go in and freestyle. After I'd have thought of a way better bar, and I go in there and say that on one part, this, that, and other, and just make a hit. Be done by 30, 45, it ain't nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So shit, a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be thinking like my vocabulary is so big. You know, one thing about it that I learned, especially being from where I'm from and being in front of a different crowd of people, you know what I'm saying? You know, of a different classification and different that ethnic groups and stuff, and different people in business or power. That street shit, you got to learn how to turn that shit off. You got to learn how to speak for yourself and represent yourself. You got to learn how to, you know what I'm saying? Like when I open my mouth, when it's time to open my mouth, especially on some positive shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm a reflection of my grandmother and what she taught me. I don't want to get up there, you know, talking, you know, sounding uneducated, you know. I don't walk around saying big vocabulary words every day, but I can, you know. I'm rather be myself. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's how we come. It's about how you come, you know what I'm saying? So I just always felt like if you can turn that shit off and be the businessman you're supposed to be, because we all businessmen coming from these streets, then we could be a lot more prosperous than a lot of other people we see and look up to. We just don't believe in ourselves as much as we believe in others. We believe in other people more than we believe in our motherfucking self. Mm-hmm. And when somebody around us, a lot of us see other people around us believing in themselves and they look down on them. It's sad. Like, you know what I'm saying? We live in a fucked up environment, bro. So you got to, that's why I say your number one thing is building your relationship with God. Go and get that communication, that conversation going. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all about falling on the ground, putting your face on the floor, doing all this extra stuff. Sometimes just talk to him. When you're in the car, you on your way home, you know, just think out loud. Speak consciously. He going to speak to you through discernment. He might speak to you in somebody else's voice you can hear better. He might say something, but he going to put it in front of you. And he going to guide you through discernment, your aura. You going to know where you need to be. And when you walk in the room and you know, I don't need to be in this room, you don't have to discern. You just got to trust and follow it. Now, whether you had that faith in it and you believe and trust, but like I say, I didn't have nothing when I came home. The day I came home, I got on my knees, I put my face on the ground, I prayed. And I asked God, show me the way. I don't got $1, I don't know what I'm finna do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the broke rapper that fell off, you know? But that's what I am at the moment. Me getting out here, I hadn't even got out the cell yet. It was just like, man, since that, it's just been bam, 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 bam. And then the devil come with his attacks and try to throw stuff left. And the only time it be prosperous is when I pay attention to it.
Yeah, it's very important to focus on your surroundings and the energy that you put out when things are going good. Because a lot of times when things are going good, we tend to relax because things are going good. We think everything's great, and we drop our guards. And then the enemy comes, the devil go to work, got him now. And you can miss the details. That's why they say the devil is in the details.
Definitely, man. I feel like, man, you gotta, what's the way a man think of, so he is. So the reason you have to get those evil and negative people from around you and snakes and people who wish bad around you, because they're evil and wicked. and they're gonna force you to think evil and wicked with the shit they doing. And so a man thinketh, so he is. So if you have that kind of shit around you and them kind of people around you, well, you don't know if you can trust them. You feel like they talking behind your back when you ain't there. Well, you got those thoughts in your head. So now, so a man thinketh, so he is. This is what's going on. But if you ain't got that around you, you got all loving, supportive people who ain't there from all just monetary value, who's there trying to support what you got going, support your movement, who's trying to do things not just for themselves but others and moving like you, then you just gonna have peace in your mind. You're gonna be happy with yourself because you gonna love the people you work with. You're gonna love seeing the people you work with make money and make money with you together. You're gonna be like, think about the next step. You're gonna want to see them further in life. They're gonna want to see you further in life. It's gonna play hand in hand. Like, it'll be all love. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like that's one thing. Like beef. Like people say, I don't do beef. I ain't beefing with nobody. I don't do beef. Then you got a problem, pull up. But I ain't gonna beef with you. We not gonna be on the internet acting like I got a problem with you, you got a problem with me. But you know damn well you can bring your ass over here if you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not finna do that. Beef does nothing for you. Beef ain't what it used to be like back in the 50 Cent days. Like that shit is poison. You kinda wanna stay away from it. You feel me? It's separate. It don't make you big like it used to. You know what I'm saying? So when you got that kind of bullshit and that kind of energy and this, that, and the other, that negative morale, what you think you gonna get? What you think you gonna get?
Yeah.
What positive or good you gonna get out of it? It's gonna be a one or two things. It's gonna be a big eye, little you situation. Somebody won't play big eye, somebody gonna play little you. They gonna one trying to be bigger than the next. That's all. It's nothing positive. I don't want that around me. I don't want no beef. If you say you beefing, then nah, you won. I'm telling you right now. If you got anything you think we got a problem, you won. I'm telling you, I quit. I lost. You the biggest nigga. You the real nigga. Now, if you just really got a problem, now you can pull up and see, but it's not gonna go how you think it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But as far as just trying to make as if you're an enemy of me, I don't even know you. I don't know you to be an enemy of me. I don't know you. Even if we've exchanged words, I don't know you. I don't know you to be no enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I know you to be an enemy? To want you harmed or dead? How do you know me to speak on me and my mama, my baby mama, my kids? But like, I know I'm stupid. I'll kill you. I'm not gonna think about it when I'm doing it. I'm not trying to be hard. I'm gonna blow your fucking brain. Excuse my language, but like, I know where I'm going to take things. I know I'm gonna be back going through that processing and that kind. I know this. I've been there and did it 1,000 times. I know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen when I stand in front of the judge. I know, but it's in that 5-10 second window with you around my vicinity. I'm not thinking about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. So it's best to just try
yeah,
to
just avoid it. I don't want it. You want
Yeah.
stay away from me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, I haven't fully controlled. I'm not. See, God just pushing the man down that I used to be, but he's still there. But he holds those demons down because he has a greater goal for me as a man. Nah, this person not you no more. This is the person because you got to help feed my people. You got to show everybody else how to do it.
You know, it's often said that hard times create strong men create easy times, and easy times create weak men. How are you going to help Trey avoid that situation? That situation of being a weak man. Because you are creating easy times. You have created easy times for him. Like, his life will be nothing, thank God. His life will be nothing like the life that you led as a kid.
Yeah.
He's not going to experience the trauma. He's not going to experience the insufficient living, the insufficient food, the insufficient clothing, the insufficient love. He got all of that in abundance. So how are you going to make sure that he don't become one of those weak men?
Man, by actions and not words. You know what I'm saying? You know, a woman can do a great job, but she can't teach a boy how to be a man. We don't instill discipline for the correct reasons in our children. The black community instills discipline for authority and power over the mind of the child. They don't instill
Well, many of us.
Many of us,
Yeah.
many of us. They don't instill discipline for the true nurturers of the nature of the mental state that is teaching you. Self-restriction. You know what I'm saying? Self-restricting. You feel me? Fasting. You understand what I'm saying? Like the things that, we just only teach them. So it's about forming a lifestyle for my child to be able to do what he wants, but making sure he has the disciplines that he needs to become whatever he wants. You feel me? Like, my child growing up don't have a choice if he want to play football or basketball. You're playing football and you're playing basketball. You're playing both.
And why?
Because you're going to be the best athlete you can be. If I would have had somebody forcing, I wish I had somebody forcing my big ass to do it. You understand what I'm saying? But I didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be here with these niggas over here on the corner and over here and with them. You feel me? He going to have it. So I'm going to force him into a particular lifestyle until he reaches the age of 18 and 17, and I'm going to allow him to choose what direction he wants to go to, because he's taking those stepping stones until becoming a man. Like, son, I know a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Like the Floyd Mayweather Junior and Senior situation. You know what I'm saying? Junior recap and goes and realizes all the things and sacrifices that his dad did was only to help him. Even that, they've had confrontations father son multiple times, and this, that, this is my favorite boxer. So, like, you know what I'm saying? But to see, like, man, at the end of the day, like, I wouldn't even be here for him from my father, like, from day one, from birth, when this, that, no candy, no soda. He didn't understand why he couldn't eat no candy. Every child in the world can eat candy but me. He didn't understand why he couldn't drink no soda. He didn't understand it, but he wouldn't have been Floyd Mayweather Jr., the greatest boxer to ever put on a pair of boxing gloves, if it wasn't for those actions. You catch me? So we got to do stuff to mold our children into being the best person they can possibly be, but then once they get there, we have to allow our children to make the decisions on who they going to be with their life.
Not saying it's wrong, but you said you're going to force them to play basketball and football. Why not force them to get up on his business, be a businessman?
Because that is not a force. That is going to be learned at home. You know what I'm saying? See, the problem is those are things that a child is supposed to be learning all their life. Like, my child's 6. When she turns 7, she's going to have vending machines and beauty salons and nail shops. You know what I'm saying?
But why is being an athlete so important?
Being physically intact is one thing. The discipline that comes with it is another thing. But it's going to get your mind state where it needs to be as far as leadership, teamwork. It builds developmental skills and social skills on another level. Discipline. It takes you to sports. Does a lot more than just work out, have fun, and run. You learn so much. You learn people you hated, people you done had fights with in the beginning of the season. Y'all in the middle of the season out of town on the bus, and somebody scruff, and that same person you hate's right on your side with you. You got to go through that to know what it feels like, team, like, you know what I'm saying? To have bonds broken and re-put back together, to win together, to know how it feels to work real hard and lose. You got to go through that stuff. I can't teach you how that feels, son. I can't give you those experiences. You got to go experience that. And I can't allow you to miss those experiences and waste your size, your height, and your bigness because you want to be in the house playing video games all day. We're not doing that. We're not doing it. See, a lot of people don't understand. They are living in their own hallucinations. There are girls on Instagram, millions of girls on Instagram that really believe they're famous. You cannot tell these influencers or IG models that they're not famous. And if you ask them what they're famous, they'll say an influencer. What do you influence? Your body, the shape. Ooh. So you're a famous hoe. You're not a hoe? Okay. But you're not fucking with nobody unless he got some money. He got to be tearing it off. Okay. So he a trick, but you ain't a hoe. These bitches believe dudes are tricks, but they not hoes. You catching me? Like, you have to, if you want your child to grow in a society, to be conscious and know what's going on, you got to put the real in front of them and you got to let them decide. But at the same token, you got to have your foot down so they can make the proper decisions when the time right. You know what I'm saying? You thought you was smart 5 years ago. You realizing now it's a whole bunch of shit you didn't know 5 years ago. And 5 years before that, you thought you was the smartest you had ever been in your life. You thought you was you thought you smarter motherfucker. But you realize how dumb you was right now, 5, 10 years ago. Lies or truth. You realize how dumb you was. Okay, but 5 years before that, all that, you thought you was smart than a motherfucker. Until you got older and realized you didn't. So it's a growing process. You're never going to stop developing and changing and growing. It's about molding that growth. Like how you want a plant to grow with certain vines, you can constrict those vines to grow a certain way. But if you don't constrict those vines, they'll grow wild and be everywhere. They'll be everywhere. You have to control and structure the way your child is going to grow. And it's a reflection of you. Every child in the world should see a parent leave home and come back every day. Every day. To know that the pleasures that you're getting in this household from the food in that refrigerator and the blankets on that bed was not given to you. I went and bust my ass today for somebody else and paid for that. I went and paid for that. I didn't scam for it. I didn't steal it. I didn't this, or whatever. I went and made that happen. I believe it's very vital, you know what I'm saying, for kids to see that. A lot of kids don't see that because the mothers is on government housing, food stamps, and they feel like they don't need the fathers because, you know what I'm saying, the government is taking care and paying for everything. They try to file child support on the fathers, not realizing child support is for the government and to pay for WIC and other benefits is not to put money in your pocket. Like yeah, man. Like seriously, man. You have to construct and mold your kids to grow the right way, or the world gonna take them. The world gonna eat them. They gonna take them. They gonna take them, man.
What kind of father did you have?
My daddy wasn't really in the picture, and he apologized that as he got older, but very basically zero to none. I say conversations and shit like that, but we ain't had no relationship. So I mean, he apologized for that, and I appreciate the accountability. But he has a drug problem, like my mother. So what do I expect? You know what I'm saying? I've seen my father and my mother do things and be in certain mental states on drugs that I haven't seen some people in the streets on. You know what I'm saying? That's why people used to be like, you know, man, you sell crack and this, that, and the other, or call people crackheads. But, I'm really in the streets. I've seen sherm heads do shit I ain't never seen crackheads do. I've seen sherm heads do all type of shit. You understand what I'm saying?
What's your thoughts on Barack Obama?
I love him. I love him to death. A lot of people look at Obama as like the black president, and he was never like ever did anything that was just for blacks. He was an American president. He was just black, and he did a lot of great things. We were at peace. It was things were dumbing down. You felt like in a real part of a country. Like with the Republicans and Trump, I feel isolated. Like I feel like I'm a nigger. Like when Obama was the president, I felt like I was American. Baby, don't answer no more though. Okay, sweetheart? That's okay. Go over there. Okay, go. Love you. Go over there. So Obama just he did so much, but he had to do that to show us that we can do things and reach these levels too. I just feel like I wish, and he did a lot. A lot of people try to say he didn't do this, that he did a lot. I just wish
What did he do
he
that
would
was
have did more.
to you?
What's the word? More. What's the word? I mean, and this is all love to Obama, never, man. for our ancestors to go what they went through for hundreds of years, and we finally have a representative of our own that is in the seat that can make decisions that affect us and can start the beginning of making some wrongs right. I just don't feel like he never wanted to push the narrative as far as blacks receiving any kind of reconciliation or blessings from slavery, segregation, all the stuff we went through, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he could have done more to not necessarily reparations, but some form of it. It could have been African Americans deserve certain tax brackets and tax breaks because of slavery. It could have been so many different ways, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like he never wanted to be singled or iced out. He wanted to be America's president and not the blacks' president. And I commend, I respect it. You know what I'm saying?
But what?
That's just my personal opinion.
But what?
I'm not always right. I'm gonna say that. But my personal opinion, I feel like I wish he would have done like. I'm gonna give you an example, and it's just being real. We know what Trump's doing is for whites and the rich. He don't give a damn. He's telling you, and they always do. And their presidents always have. I just wish our president would have did that.
But what in particular did Obama do that impressed you though? What did he do?
When he first came in, I'll never forget. He had buckled down, and they said there won't be no government raises. Bam, this, that, and other, all this stuff like the country messed up and all this, but we supposed to be getting all this. Nah, y'all better buckle y'all belts up. Then he came and gave everybody an opportunity to have affordable health care through the Obamacare. Well, everybody can have a possibility of getting some form of health care other than getting turned around at the emergency room. You understand what I'm saying? Then he started building particular grants and stuff for colleges that allow and forgiveness programs for kids to continue school and to keep going to schools and things like that. Man, Obama did a lot, but it just get overshadowed because the things that he was doing was more important towards our educational goals, you know what I'm saying, and our wealth building goals. And if you're not mentally inclined and wise enough to see those things, then you'll just be an idiot saying Obama didn't do shit for us.
Well, I think when you say for us, we mean us. We're not talking about for everybody.
No, I'm saying when I say us, I mean blacks.
So he didn't do
nothing particularly for blacks. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, like you got Trump, Bush, Father Bush, and Reagan that did things specifically for whites, and also did things. Wait,
all of them.
Come here, Trey. And they also did. And they also did things specifically to damage the black community. Like when they knew Reaganomics was going to hurt the black community, a few of the white community, but they did it anyway, and they pushed the button and went all the way through with it. They did not do it for their people. They did.
But if you look at all of America's presidents, if you look at including Obama, if you look at all of them, what we got out of Obama, I think, was a lot of proper decorum, you know, and personality and all that kind of stuff. What's up, buddy? So I think we got a lot of that out of Obama, but when we talk about all of those presidents, America has an agenda, right? America has an agenda, and it's a 50-year agenda. It doesn't matter who you put in that position, whether it be it's like a plane that has.
I don't believe that though.
Let me finish. It's like a plane that has a predestination, right? Mm-hmm. A plane that has a predestination, it doesn't matter what pilot it gets on that plane, it's going to go to the same it's going in the same direction. It's the same controls, it's the same plane, it's the same controls, same destination. So whether it be Barack Obama, whether it be Trump, whether it be Biden, all of them, their number one job, there's certain things that these guys can have their pet projects for Trump. It was the wall one year, then next time it was immigration, but so they can have their pet projects and all this type of stuff. But America has an agenda, and that agenda must be met. And the primary agenda, the foundation of all of America's agenda is white supremacy.
Yes.
And so Obama couldn't go in there and shake up white supremacy.
Well,
not even Obama.
I'm not gonna lie. He did do some things to shake up white supremacy. You just don't know about it. So Obama launched a federal investigation into Klans members or members of the charter corrupting the police forces of America. No, because when Trump got in, he shut down the entire operation.
But Obama had 8 years.
But no. That's not what I'm telling you. He didn't. He had 8 years, but he did get it off the ground and did get it started and did what he was supposed to do to start, because that needs to be done. When Trump got in, they know what they're doing. They know they have KKK members. We in Houston. You got the biggest KKK charter in the world right here in Pasadena. You know what I'm saying? Like most of them police officers. So we know, like, you feel me? Like, yes, it's corrupt. Yes, that needed to be done. But when you have somebody of their agenda in the White House, then it'll do away with everything you did.
Well, one thing about what happened with Barack Obama was that he was opposed at every turn. Every single turn, the Republicans
that was true.
Opposed every single thing that he put forth.
That was true.
So a lot of what happened had to be done by executive order because the Republicans was not having it.
I agree, but at the same time, there were opportunities when we had all three we had powers. You know what I mean? What I'm talking about? The executive. We had all three houses. I mean, we had the Senate, we had the House of Representatives, we had the president, we had everything. So we had ample opportunities to get things passed. It just wasn't pushed to the forefront because everybody was so focused on what the media attention was getting. No. So because what everybody was talking about was Obamacare and this, that, and other, they blasted that instead of, okay, still do it, but go to the next thing and push this and push that. I don't feel like they attempted to push as much stuff through as they should have. Like versus the Republicans, they gonna get in there and push all that white power bullshit they want in. That keep the rich poor, that keep the rich, keep the poor, and keep the taxes down for the rich shit. They was gonna do that. That was already the plan for the campaign donors.
The reason why a lot of things did not get pushed through though, when we had the House and when the Democrats had the House and the Senate, is because you have a lot of white liberal racists also.
Yeah, you do.
So they didn't want a lot of that stuff to go through anyway. So they played a game and they
made like they was with
they act like they on this team right here, but really they playing both sides.
Yeah, they bought out. I believe that's what's going on right now. A lot of left wing politicians are bought out by, because it's the same campaign donors. You got the Koch brothers. You know what I'm saying? You got it's the same campaign donors. You know what I'm saying? These people they trying to run the world. They got your politicians bought out. Period. Like, you can't really do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't nobody you can trust and put in that position.
We could do something about it, but we're not willing to do that.
Yeah, if you have to step on campaign donations. You have to, you know what I'm saying? But as long as they're influenced by big corporations and money, then we'll never get the laws passed. The only laws going to be passed is the laws for the people that's paying for them to be passed. The people that's giving these politicians the money to get in the house, they're going to do what they talking about. They're not worried about what their constituents talking about. They don't care about the voter. They care about the bottom line. They care about their overhead getting paid every month. They don't give a damn about the vote. They care about the Koch brothers. They care about these other people. They don't care about you or your vote. They'll laugh at you, spit on you. You feel me? They don't give a damn about you, but they need you to get there. But once that's the problem. That's why nobody believes in it. It needs to be a new party. It cannot be a situation to where we have to pick this screwing or this screwing. It cannot be that. We ain't never gonna get nowhere. They have to be like, somebody needs to start a love party. Somebody needs to start a togetherness party or something of that nature, like the Tea Party did. I remember the Tea Party being very effective and doing a good run. I may not agree with their antics, but at the end of the day, they definitely made a strong presidential campaign run when they had what's her name, the chick, and Al Gore. No, not Al Gore. John McCain and You know the chick.
Oh, yeah.
With the Tea Party. The chick with the Tea Party.
Yeah.
So they all I'm saying is you can start a new party and it be very effective. It can be very effective. The point is, when is somebody gonna do it? When is everybody gonna say, okay, fuck screw the Republicans, screw the Democrats. Let's do something for our country, because they've already sold our country to campaign donors and big corporations. They've already sold it. So we got to get out of those votes and start something else and just get these people on.
I think something else may be started, but because these two parties are so powerful, they're just going to squeeze them out. Everybody, and people are afraid that their vote going to get lost. They're not going to end up counting. So a lot of people that want to switch over, they want to vote independent, they want to vote this way or that way, they end up voting for the Republicans or the Democrats
because they feel like that's the only way their vote gonna be effective. They can't let they can't let the Republicans win. We gotta vote Democrat. That's how people be feeling.
It's the same thing with donors. Donors feel the same way. You know, look, man, I need to donate some money over here, especially the big donors. They're saying like, you know, what's the chance of this guy actually, you know, coming out on top?
Yeah.
You know, coming out ahead of this Democrat nominee or the Republican nominee. What's the chances? And it's slim to none the way things are set up right now.
Yeah.
We have this two-party system, and it's rotten to the core. And this is why nothing ever gets done, because they know you're either going to go this way or that way. And this party is going to be in power for 4 to 12 years, and then it's going to be this party in office for 4 to 12 years or whatever. And then we just kind of go back and forth, and nothing ever really gets done, because the bottom line is capitalism. Capitalism built this country on the backs of blacks, and capitalism is going to be the end of this country.
I believe, and if you ask me, racism is going to be the end of this country. But when I say racism, I'm talking about deep core racism. I'm talking about Erica Kirk racism. I'm talking about deep people in different positions that feel like they are superior based on the color of their skin, and everybody else is beneath and or unequal to them. And the wars, you know what I'm saying, targeting people who speak Spanish and just where your papers and just taking them to jail and ICE facilities, bombing Iran. Saying that the COVID just started with the Chinese, so it's the China virus, the Kung flu, racism. We have become the most hated country in the world, and we feel like it's okay because we have the most manpower as far as when it comes to explosives, ships, bombs, missiles, and nuclear warheads. But man, let me explain something to you. I come from a place where it only takes one bullet from any gun to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Building enemies is not the way to go. So the racism and the things that they are doing to conflict and break everybody else against this country is what's going to be the end of the country. The only blessing that's going to come of it is of the other nations of the world don't recognize us as these European Americans. They recognize us as people in bondage that had our identity stolen and don't know who we truly are. That's in a lot of countries like Russia, Ghana, a lot of countries. They just voted that slavery, the Atlantic slave trade, the African slave trade was the number one most gruesome, horrific act or event that ever occurred in human history. There are only 3 countries that didn't vote and say that was true. And those 3 countries are the United States of America, Israel, and Argentina. Every other country in the world said, yeah, that was worse than the Holocaust. The Holocaust was bad. We're not big up and no this, that, and that was horrible. The African slave trade.
23 other countries said yes, it was the most horrific. It was the most gruesome crime, or whatever. But it was like 40 or something, or 50 some of them held their nuts.
What they said, they didn't want to answer. Right. They didn't want to answer because.
But the fact that the United States stood up there, and the United States and Israel.
Yeah.
You know, Argentina, nobody think about them anyway. Yeah. But, United States and Israel, for them to say that, it's a slap in the face. Because they don't have...
they let you know that we don't give a fuck about what we did to you and your people.
Right.
Yeah, and we still making laws to imprison your people, send them to jail, and we still fucking over your community. That's basically what they're saying. Like, yeah, and they letting you know. So take it for what it is. Stop saying, "Oh, we're created equal." No, we're not in the eyes of the government.
But
You know what I'm saying?
just going back to that capitalism versus racism thing, I think racism is the cousin of capitalism, because if you think about it, it was capitalism that made them. It was capitalism that made them seek us out and say, them. We're going to enslave them based on their race, and we want them. We're going to enslave people because we want to be paid. We some lazy motherfuckers. We don't want to do the work ourselves, and we a bunch of thieves. We're a bunch of thieves, and we're lazy, and we don't want to do the work ourselves. So we're going to kidnap these people, and we're going to destroy their lives. We're going to destroy their culture. We're going to destroy their language. We're going to destroy their spirits, and we're going to make them build the country for us. And then, by the way, when they get through building everything up, and we get all that we can get out of them, we're going to call them the lazy ones.
Yeah, and not only that, we're gonna use division to divide and conquer. We're gonna use the villages and make them kidnap their own people, and believe. I mean, they already believe they're enemies. We're gonna help them and pay them to kidnap the enemies of the enemy villages, and they're gonna think, yeah, they getting the boom sticks and this and the money. And once we get all their ass and put them on the ship, we're gonna come back and get their ass too. And we're gonna divide and make them kidnap and enslave each other and have them prepared. So yeah, like a lot of people like to deter from the fact that it was blacks kidnapping blacks into the African slave trade. Don't ever forget that. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever, like, it wasn't just the white man. Yeah, it was, but it wasn't just that.
Yeah,
there was other factors. You know what I'm saying?
That's why all of them, everybody that had any dealings,
That's why we can go to Ghana right now and get free land and free citizenship, because they know they played a big part in the African slave trade, and it was wrong. You automatic, as soon as you get to Ghana, they give you land and they give you citizenship. So you like, yeah, that like they don't come on, man.
I didn't know they was giving out free land.
Yes, they are.
But
I found that out by listening to what's the celebrity name? My guy, he funny as hell. He played was that Joanna Man he played? No, he played. I think it was. I think that was dude. He was like, I watched the interview with him, and he was like, man, do you know you can go to Ghana right now and get you some land? And so I got to looking it up. Like, damn, well, it's true. You get free citizenship and land because of the African slave. Obama worked that out. Did you know that? Obama worked that out with their president.
Did he work out some nukes though?
Yeah,
they're gonna need some nukes because once you get over there and you build that thing up, you know they hating ass gonna come.
Hey man, right now Africa is becoming a world superpower in front of our eyes, and the Europeans hate it. They hate it because they've colonized and raped this country for millions of years. Okay, but everybody got like that's the thing. These people failing to realize they ain't stopped making guns when they made yours. We learned that coming up in the hood. America just being a bully because they feel like they got all the big bad guns, so they just gonna bully everything and bomb everything. My thing is this: yeah, you can do that, but what happens when they get their lick off? What happens when we go through another 9/11? Because of your actions.
They're not too concerned about that.
Exactly.
And their families.
Exactly. As long as they pockets getting bigger, they bank accounts getting larger. You know, they don't think about the effects of bombing these people and killing their leaders is going to have on us at home. They have a lot of people over here.
But even when we travel, we're not safe. Especially if we travel in a bar.
Well, believe it or not, we're safe. That's a fact.
We can get caught up in it though.
We can. That's a fact.
If we let's say a group of Americans travel to, let's say, France, right? That's a U.S. ally, even though they got some problems right now. But that's a U.S. ally. Let's say we travel to France and we're on some type of we're at some type of convention or something, right? And they know it's a couple of hundred Americans that's traveling, and we're traveling on this train or we're on these buses. Or we show up at this one building. That could be an opportunity for someone to make a statement. Mm. So that could happen. If you had a crystal ball, where do you see Trump at in 2028?
Okay, now That's funny you use that terminology because that's the terminology I use every day to describe the hypnosis of every person walking in the United States. A television is a vision that tell lies. You know what I'm saying? That phone you got, those crystal balls, when you used to look back in the movies and those things back in the day when we was kids on cartoons, it was a clear screen, a clear ball that showed you pretty much whatever you wanted to see. And what happens when they stare at those crystal balls on those cartoons? They get locked in, they get dizzy, they can't this, that, and other. They get hallucinating and they go into a trance to where they don't know what's going on around them. Well, that's every person in America right now with a cell phone. If you walking up and down the street, that clear glass on the type of that phone is that crystal ball. And what is that thing showing you on top of that clear glass? Anything you want to see. Any fine girls, social media, porn, politics, anything to keep your eyes here and not around what's going on around you. People were aware back in the day because they didn't have those phones and their attention wasn't locked like this all day. They wasn't doing this 90% of the day. They were aware of their surroundings. Don't nobody know what's going on around them, and they feel like what's going on around them is what they see on their phone. They're hypnotized. Everybody's walking around with a crystal ball in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? Let somebody do something. Everybody, I bet you, everybody do anything dependent. Kanye can do something crazy tomorrow. It's going to be on everybody's phone. Everybody going to pull out their phone and look. They're going to have access to that crystal ball. If something happens, Trump say something crazy, everybody going to be on their phone looking at their phone. It's the hypnotized. It's not about what's on that phone and what we seeing. It's about what we don't see. It's about the actions and decisions being made on our behalf that we don't get to participate in. The conversations country to country that we don't have no say so. When politicians going over the embassies and across the world and these debates are coming up in Congress, the shit that we don't see because we're distracted by this. We didn't see this getting voted and passed on because we was worried about Lil Durk case, free Lil Durk. We was worried about YoungBoy getting out of jail, having YoungBoy free doing his best thing. We wasn't worried about the problems and the killings and murders going on all around the world as a result of our country's greed and our politicians' greed, the hatred they have and the superiority they want over every other race and every other country in the world. No matter how much they get, it's never going to be enough. They always going to want more. You know what I'm saying? They're always, and it's not all of them. There's some good people in this world, some good white people in this world, good ones. We wouldn't be here today if it weren't for some of the good white people. We didn't get out of segregation and slavery by ourselves. It took good, strong white people to help us get out of that shit. Our brothers and sisters to come fight on side of us. Good Mexican people, good Puerto Rican people, good Cuban people, good Asian people, good Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese. It took a bunch of people, good Indians, big Iranians. We did not beat segregation and racism by ourselves. And they keeping us apart by keeping us divided. As long as they keep us divided, you know what I'm saying, they can stay the majority and what they say goes. But when we come together, we make ourselves the majority, them the minority, and we do things the right way based on how it's supposed to go, based on the majority of the people. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna have to get past the division and seeing, slatting each other every chance we get. I saw a lot of blacks say we ain't doing shit for the Mexicans because they didn't help us when we was going through our shit. They wasn't protesting and doing stuff when George Floyd got killed. This, that, and other. I heard a lot of people say that a lot of Mexican races and Mexican people feel like they're white. They talk bad about blacks. They do this. A lot of that is true, but at the same time, not all of them. You're not going.
I think people recognize that though. I think people recognize it's not all, but it is a lot of credence in those comments.
Yeah.
But so you still didn't answer the question. Where's Trump in 2028? What do you?
Okay, so I got off with the crystal ball part.
Yeah.
So when you say with the crystal ball thing, what Trump said 2028? Well, I see Trump in 2028, more than likely, he's going to advance the war more so he can force his way to have more years in the seat than he's supposed to, and he's going to tap himself on the back. I don't believe that's the major plan. They're planning to move 10 years ahead. They're going to get behind Erica Kirk, and they're going to champion her on like she's the new MLK, and they're going to try to make it to where she can be the first woman president and make it it's about making the president a woman.
Never going to get that close.
Yeah, but let me explain something to you, man. Them white folks, them evil racist white folks, the ones that, you know what I'm saying, just that another that stand on it, like the turning point, Like, yeah,
You know what?
they can make that happen.
You're right.
You tripping.
Because Trump.
They got
Because Trump is in.
Exactly, exactly. So they'll make it women deserve to have power. They're gonna push it like it's about women, but you know that this is not what it's about. They got something to rally behind now. They feel like they got something to champion behind. They wanted to go back to the 1910s and 20s, but they got to do it in a manner to where they can't disrupt all the masses at the same time. So they got to do it slowly but surely. We got to pick them apart. We got to make the whole country hate the Asians and the Chinese, make them attack random elderly Chinese people at subways and stuff by making them think the reason we going through COVID is because of them. We got to separate the Iranians, African, and all these people, and make the blacks jealous of all of them and give them funding when they come from other countries and allow them to build all this stuff in their neighborhoods, from gun stores to chicken spots to fucking corner stores to all this other stuff. But we're not going to let the blacks get funding for nothing in their own neighborhoods. We're going to allow everybody else to get reparations, like Asians got reparations, the Jews got reparations, but the most destroyed and tormented race in this country is blacks. We're not going to give them nothing. We're going to make it feel it. Yeah, we're going to keep them separated, because as long as they divided, arguing, fighting, worried about this, saying this ain't got nothing to do with it, whites will rule supreme. And they know that.
Well, it's a damn good thing that they ain't ruling supreme right now, man.
Yeah.
But, as far as like...
And when I'm talking about the agenda based on racist whites. It's not all whites. I'm not talking about all whites.
Yeah.
I'm talking about based on the racist white. A lot of the whites we got in politics, a lot of the turning point. You know what I'm saying? When you got to have your own halftime show because a Hispanic has the real halftime show, you have a mental problem. And then the fact that everybody here is over the age of 40, and y'all think y'all cool because y'all listening to Kid Rock, you have a mental disability. We have to change our Congress up, because we cannot allow people with dementia dozing off at the podium stuck to make decisions based on where our lives and our future is headed. It has to be a term on that shit.
Cause sitting up here having a
press
conference talking about his damn drape from the damn wall.
You know what I'm saying? You talking about you stuck because you having a dementia attack. If you do not need to be making decisions for our future, Mitch McConnell. I'm just used that's one like a lot of them, like you got people that grew up in those day and ages in power that never have to get out those seats. The same way a president should have to move, a senator should have to move. It should never be where somebody can stay in power their entire life in no position in the American Congress.
So you're in favor? You're in favor of term limits?
Hell yeah.
What should that be? What should that number be?
I believe it should be the same as the president's. You get 2 terms.
Everybody you got 2 terms. That's it.
Bye. Yeah. It don't matter what kind of person and this, that, but it's more than people, more than you or don't. One person doesn't define the state of Kentucky. One person defines the state of Texas. So why should this one person have the only sole privilege of being a senator, taking that only 2 seats out of every state? He get to have one for his whole life and determine the decisions in the path that our entire state go. That's not right. But guess what? Not only that, he don't even have to decide it. He can accept whatever campaign donations and make decisions based on his donors. He don't even have to decide those decisions for us.
Same thing with those justices, man. They should have term limits.
Yeah, they should. All of them.
They in for life.
Yeah, so it's like, what? I mean, at that point, why you don't have kings? You still got kings. That's goddamn dukes and bishops and kids. That's shit like over, man. Look.
Holler at us they say holler at them in December. They say that's coming. The king thing coming.
Yeah, man. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, man. I look, man. It's been real, man, and I really do appreciate you sitting down with me, man.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for your transparency, man, and honesty, bro.
Yeah.
It's been fun. And I also want to thank Trey for coming in and doing his part, in the interview.
Sorry about that, man. This is my life, man. This is me every day,
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful, man. And that's a big reason why I wanted to sit down with you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Cartel Bo.
I'm not, man.
No more talk.
Like that.